Has been pushed. We're live. All
Live
right. There we go.
from Florida, the
Oh,
outskirts of Tennessee.
well, it might help if I
Inskirts
have
of
the
Tennessee.
Zoom up and not the Slack.
Oh no, here we go again. Come on, Frank.
I know I'm dragging ass. Hold on, guys.
The
I'm.
ass dragger.
Uh,
Too bad we can't name a horse that.
we could.
Unfortunate. We
A
could.
A A Z Z.
Welcome to the stream. See now I'm figured out how to I'm a lot. I've got the chat room open now, and see, I'm even ahead of it. Hello, Dunville and Spin.
There we go. All right. I gotta get my shit up. I didn't even remember to do that.
Gurky, the winner of all things, it seems like. He seems like he wins an abnormal amount.
Yeah, Gurky does pretty good on these
What's up,
prizes.
legendary LH? And hey, Skippy in the house. Skippy, I'm good to see you. I haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah.
Smithy Stables.
I think Skippy joined us late last time.
Oh, okay, I just missed him. Yeah, I don't keep a good eye on the chat, so I apologize. That's a me thing.
Nah,
I
you're
try.
good. You are
I
golden.
did get a bigger screen though, so this is nice. So I can actually kind of so I'm able to see this a little better. I bought for anyone that was interested. It's kind of nice. I bought a 32-inch TV on Amazon Prime Day for $109, and I'm just using it as like a third monitor so I can like see a lot of big stuff.
Nice. I gotta get a
Happy
third
birthday,
monitor.
Spin Mike. Can you see this? Yes. Yes, type in all uppercase. It makes it easier for me. I actually don't do that. I don't like being screamed at.
Tigger.
So
There we go. Vision is Jono. I gotta remember
there's
that.
Sam and Bizarres and Lucky Rabbit. We've got a pretty good crowd tonight. We were a little concerned. I know we've been doing this a lot. The good news is, guys, we only have 14, but that's all right. 14 of the finest trainers I know. But that's all right, guys, because we'll probably slow down a little bit after this. So we've been trying to hit some benchmarks, of course, to get this affiliate status. We're not even sure exactly what that's going to do for us, but it's going to do something. So we know we've been out here a lot. Probably bore you to death at this point. At some point, we're going to be oversaturated. We apologize, but we'll dial it down a little bit once we hit the affiliates.
Yeah, we'll probably get it more spaced out a little bit better. Probably like twice a week. And I think we're gonna do some variation in the streams too, right? Like we'll always be open to talking about the game, right? But I think
Yeah.
what we want to do too is kind of open this up to the community in the sense that we could talk about most anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of like religion and politics, but you know,
And illegal things.
and illegal things. Exactly. So
Is this affiliate? Yes, this is the affiliate celebration party. Hello, everyone. That's Roxy. We got Rar Minsky.
that's right, Sabbath, baby.
Every time I see Sabbath, I have to like mouth Sabbath, bloody Sabbath. Sorry, Padre Bry. Hello, evening Python assholes. Oh, and I'll quit talking about Bry's hot sauce eventually. But to let everyone know, I unlocked a secret code with it just within the last 2 days. We made some Chilitos 2 nights ago, and I mixed the demon semen with sour cream, which is really nice. The thing I've learned about the demon semen hot sauce is it's good, but it also like a lot of times you'll mix a hot sauce with something like sour cream and it like overwhelms it. It actually didn't overwhelm it. It just kind of like made the sour cream hot. I did the same thing with the ranch dressing today, so it was nice. So yeah, more uses for demon semen. I'm probably about a third through that bottle. What's a chilito? I'll tell you what a chilito is. Technically, what it is there's Cincinnati style chili, which is like Skyline. I'm sure that's like there's real Cincinnati style chili, but generally like Skyline has these things they're used to on the menu where they would take a just like a burrito wrap and they would put the chili in it and throw a bunch of cheese in it. You'd smother it in hot sauce and it was delicious. It was good and terrible. But my wife Jennifer has learned how to make a Cincinnati style chili that's not nearly as gross as Skyline chili. It's kind of a knockoff, so it's not nearly as greasy. So we make Chilitos out of it, and great
Nice.
sour cream and hot sauce. Yeah.
Nice. My wife
Oh, they
makes.
still have the Chilito? Nice.
My wife makes these. They're keto enchiladas, like so they're super low carb. They're like less than 8 or 9 carbs or whatever.
Ranchy runchy.
But
Yeah.
the sauce that she makes is like this cheese sauce. It's just so damn good, man. So good, and I can't wait. She's supposed to make them sometime this week, and I'm supposed to get the. I'm gonna drop some demon semen on them, so I'm looking forward to it.
Dropping the demon semen like it's hot. It is
That's
hot.
right.
But yeah, so I'm learning some new. I've been as disgusting as this sounds. I've been playing with the demon semen, and it's working out well
I used
as a condiment.
the green ghost I used the other day.
Mhm.
Not to diminish what Taco Bry, I almost called him, what
Taco Bry.
Padre Bry has created, but I used them on some Taco Bell the other day,
Yeah,
and
no,
it was legit. It was fire.
yeah, yeah. It was the one I was using the most until I figured out unlock some levels with the demon semen. The garlic one is good. I'm just not finding a lot to use it with yet. So I'm sure I will, but I like spicier stuff. And the garlic one, the Vampire Slayer, is not quite as hot as the other two, and that's okay. To each their own. Anyway, yeah. So, Frank, you're Italian, and you don't ever mention Italian food. Good, I mean food. You don't eat Italian
Oh
food,
no,
Frank.
dude! I fucking love Italian food. Are you kidding me? Italian food is the reason I'm fat. The only reason. So I'll put it this way. So I live in an area right now where you cannot get good Italian food. So like I pretty much live in the equivalent of Pikeville. So
Hey, now you don't know what Pikeville serving up Italian food.
I've heard through the grapevine, or maybe I should say I live in the hollers. That's kind of.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
But no, I love Italian food, man. There's a place
I
that we used to go to. My wife and I used to go to this place every time. We would go to Calder Racecourse, and this is a little just backstory about me and my wife and how we came to love one another. But we went to we used
Hey
to go
now.
to Calder all the time. Like Calder Racetrack was like an every weekend thing for us. We would drink out at Calder, and then like maybe 15, 20 minutes down the street from Calder, there was a restaurant called Capricio's, and this restaurant was the best Italian food I've ever had in my life, and my grandmother will beat my ass if she ever hears me say that. But it was by far the best Italian I've ever had, and I've never been able to get close to it ever again. Pierre Fiocchi, just everything that they did was
Hey.
magnificent. So
We've had some people sneak in. We are up to 27. Taffy saying hello. Chips for you to see. Yeah, we've caught a few Gurk. Yeah, I've missed a few people sneaking in, so I'm not going to scroll up and say everybody, but thank you for joining us again. To let everybody know, not that you care, I've reached my daily play limit on DraftKings, so apparently I can't go play, I can't bet anymore, which is probably a good thing, though I'm actually having a good day. It's been a surprisingly good gambling day, even though I don't know dick about baseball. DraftKings is kind of funny like that. They'll like give you all kinds of like promotions, and I use all the promotions, and I usually break about even, so I'm not losing my ass over here. Gives me something to root for.
absolutely, I wish I could bet on sports in general. That's all I can do is fantasy football.
I will tell you a quick story, and then I'll quit talking about my trials and tribulations on DraftKings. But there's a player named Jordan Alvarez that plays for the Astros, and somehow or another over the last like week or two, every time I bet him, and I don't bet him often because I don't really bet the Astros or baseball much, but every time I bet him, I win. I don't know why. So I tried to bet him today. I tried to bet him with Corey Seager to get 2 total bases or more, Alvarez to get 2 total bases or more, and the Astros to get at least 1 run, or maybe the Rangers. Long story short, I hit the first 2, but I was behind in Alvarez. I went and looked at my bets. I screwed up and I bet Altuve, who already has a double. That means I didn't bet Abreu. I meant to, or not Abreu, Alvarez, and I still won. So every time I try to bet this Alvarez guy, I win. So I'm going to literally, until the Houston Astros are eliminated, I'm going to put him in every bet. Every parlay I make from here on out, he's going to go in. I don't care if it's UFC. I don't care if it's football. Jordan Alvarez, my new favorite player.
There you go. He's your money maker, making them dollars for you.
Fat Daddy Stacks. 31 people here. Check it out.
Look at that. We can look at that shit. We can draw a crowd still, even when we oversaturate the hell out of it.
Yeah, they like the free shit. But no, we will for everybody that because I think there was only like 14 people here when we said this. If you weren't around, we will probably dial it down a little bit over the because we've been out here a lot. Again, we're trying to get the affiliate status, but once we get the affiliate status, we'll dial it down a little bit. And
Yeah.
but we will If you guys want to hear, if you guys want to do a stream of watching me, like I don't think that I can put my DraftKings up though. I think they like limit it so you can't like stream
Yeah,
it.
you're not. I think that's frowned upon too, even on different platforms.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, a lot of platforms won't let you stream like the actual.
Mm.
They don't DMCA it, but they call it
Yeah.
something. They call it something else. Like I forget what it is. There we go. We got Shag in the house. We
Spin
got.
the wheel, man. You guys have no chill.
Oh, hold on a second.
That wasn't even Sabbath. That was
Look at that.
Smitty coming out here.
There you go. Type in exclamation point Sabbath. He got his own command now. Spin the damn wheel.
Oh boy.
Oh, so we got
3:30 a.m. I know you're tired, Kamoogly.
Oh God. Let's see. Smithy said, or hold on, I lost my. Where am I at? Where am I at? There
I
it
am
is.
Beer Keg. You got faces and pythons and launched your 100 Twitch points. Haha. I guess I don't know what the hell that means. Oh, and happy birthday, Eliza. Feel like I've been streaming with these two all evening. We've been on here for like 20 minutes or like 10 minutes and we're wearing spin out already. She's like, God bless America.
Since it's Spin's birthday, I guess we got to let her spin the wheel, right?
Yeah.
I'll have to put a wheel together and spin it. We'll do a sire share. We'll do a sire share towards the end of the
Where
night.
do we find the commands?
Exclamation point commands. Let's see.
Also, Trotter's birthday.
Hey man, we got a lot of birthdays. I guess everybody's birthday's in October.
Big birthday bash.
Yeah. Let's see. I had a question. Somebody asked me something. Oh, there it is. Tigar, as a fellow Floridian, how are you this awake so late? Your guess is as good as mine, man. I've been going since about 7 this morning. So, yeah, the beer will help me get to bed though, real soon.
Yeah, I've got for everyone that's keeping track at home tonight, I'm actually drinking Guinness Extra Stout, which is it's not as heavy a beer as you would think, but it does drink like a heavier beer. So it's like 5.6, which is it's more alcoholic than I'm used to, but it drinks more like a 7. So it's kind of like drinking tar a little bit, delicious tar.
Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty thick. It looks like you got like one of them crazy thick stouts.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it. It's like definitely like a very, I mean, there's like, I wish I had a flashlight. I'd try to shine it through, but alas, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that's like swimming in the swamp right there.
I'll say, it's a Cajun boy.
That's a Florida thing too.
I'll say a damn gator bit my hand off. So yeah.
Where's Scoobs when you need him?
Have you ever seen a gator? When's the last time you seen a gator live?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see. I'm more inland now, so I don't see him as often. But when I used to live closer to Tampa Bay, and the house that I had was on a couple of man-made lakes or ponds or whatever the hell you want to call them. And there used to be like 3 or 4 gators that lived back there. There was a big fucker, dude, too. Like there was a 10-footer. So he was that guy. He ruled.
He ruled.
I mean, you see him sunbathing on the banks or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, my brother came up to visit once, and he went out there. And he's huge into fishing, so he went out there and he just started fishing out in the banks or whatever. And I was like, bro, you're fucking crazy, man. That gator is huge. If he gets a hold of your ass, he ain't letting go. So, but yeah, there's a. So to answer your question, it's probably been about a week.
So I saw where Skippy was saying that he drinks Black and Tans, not Guinness. This is actually a heavier Guinness. I don't know if it would work in Black and Tan. I assume it would, but Guinness floats to the top of the Black and Tan. So, I'm assuming you probably do. I think Harp is the original. We tend to do they do a lot of Bass around here in the Black and Tan, which is fine too. I've actually had a Black and Tan within the last 2 weeks at our Irish pub in my little town. But if you haven't tried the Skippy, surprisingly good. I'm not a big fan of Smittix by itself. It's not a bad beer, but it's not a great beer. But they make a blacksmith here, which is the Guinness with the Smittix, which goes to the bottom. Of course, the Smittix does. Guinness rises to the top. It's a surprisingly decent combination. A little caught me a little off guard, but I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, this is my, believe it or not, and again, all my Boston family's going to beat my ass for this, but this is my first time ever having a Sam Adams Oktoberfest. So
It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
I'll say this: I've come around to Sam Adams over the year. I wasn't always a big Sam Adams fan. Even the regular lager's gotten a little better over the years, but I accidentally it was actually out of just complete unfortunate. Is I went to a place in town that has like beers 2 for $1 after 7, but it's only like a limited beer. So I asked them what they had, and they had the Oktoberfest. I was like, I'll try that. And so I got 2 beers, and I was like, this is pretty good. So yeah, I've
it's
turned
not-
Oktoberfest fan.
it's not bad. It reminds me of, we used to go, it reminds me of Amberbach. Have you ever had an Amberbach?
Oh yeah, I love Amberbach.
That was the first beer that I was able to drink like while I was under the age. So we used to go to this billiard club called JoJo's, and they used to let us drink
JoJo!
there. JoJo's Billiard Club,
Yeah,
Davie, Florida. Oh, I
Yeah,
probably shouldn't have said that, but
yeah, my first underage beers were. My dad used to drink Bud Heavies. He used to have the big 16-ounce Bud Heavies. So yeah, on New Year's Eve, my buddy and I would sneak in and get some. We'd crush a couple of Bud Heavies for New Year's Eve.
there you go. That's what's up. Let's see. It's not unheard of to go outside in the morning and find a gator under your car. Nope. Yep. My Florida people know all about that.
Really?
Dude,
Shit.
they'll be in your pool.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, they're in your pool. Like, they're legit in your pool, just chilling at the bottom of the pool. So
That's
imagine
fucked
waking
up.
up. Imagine waking up every morning and just being like, "Oh, I'm gonna just run and jump and do a cannonball," and boom, there's a fucking gator at the bottom of your pool.
Oh, you fucking shit me. That's great.
Google ever? Oh man, you gotta Google. There's videos of gators climbing chain link fences too.
Oh yeah, that's what I need to fucking keep me up at night. No thanks, Frank.
Yeah, Google it.
I don't think I will.
Oh god.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
But we got to worry about the pythons now, man. The pythons and the gators are
Oh, they big?
fucking 18, 19 feet. They do python, what is it? Python hunting season every year. And
Okay. I'll tell you something here in a minute. You finish your thought. I got.
they just killed like a 19-footer that had 60 eggs in it.
Woo!
Yeah. So it's wild around here. It's legit the fucking Amazon here. So
I will say this. And then we'll try to get into some real questions here. But we're having fun talking about Frank and his and living in the fucking zoo over there in Florida. But
Crocodile Dundee over here.
that's not a 10-cent saya. That's a 10-cent saya. But yeah, there's a show for anyone that is interested. If you have Peacock and you're looking for something to do, one of the two main characters, one of them is a lady that plays in Our Flag Means Death, and the other one is a guy that plays in The Office. He's I think he plays Daryl in The Office, and he's Craig in here. It's also got the guy that does let me see. It's Free Real Estate, the meme. He's in it.
Oh, he's about Craig Stevens?
I'm pretty sure is that him? I think he's the one.
Daryl in The Office, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it's Craig Stevens, Craig Robertson or something, right?
Oh, Craig.
Either way.
Maybe Craig Robinson. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Either way, if you're looking for a funny show, and the reason I bring it up, you're like, why would he bring this up out of nowhere? The shame of the show is killing it. And it literally is. It revolves around season 1 is they become partners and join a contest to see who can kill the most pythons.
Oh, yeah.
Eggs count so many points, and the python length counts so many points, and they can win $20,000. And they're trying to buy a farm so he can grow hard on or like some weird berries that give guys it's like a
Boner berries. Boner berries.
Elderberries, yeah, that's it. Is that a real thing?
No, boner berries, not elderberries.
No, it's called elderberries. I think that was what it is. Anyway, long story short, it's a great show. My wife and I both had just a blast watching it.
So speaking of TV shows, I was told, or not, I wasn't told, but somebody had mentioned on the forums that you need to watch. If you haven't, you need to watch the show Justified.
Oh hell yeah! I'm a huge Justified fan, right?
Now I do, yeah.
You didn't know that?
No, man. I know it's in,
All
I know
right,
it's in
time
your,
out. Now-
I know
now-
it's in your area, your neck of the woods, but
No, check this shit out. Now you get to see what's in the room. Here, I'm going to go get a couple things out of the room. So hold on.
little do we know, Mike.
So you
was
guys
an
can talk
extra.
while I get shit out of the room. Check this out.
Mike was an extra in every episode. What are we getting?
right.
Oh, we got pictures.
Here's some room things that I got. Then these are hanging in my room, and sadly you can't see them from my big noggin here. But one of them is this picture of it's Walton Goggins, and you can
Oh,
see it says
he's the
Boyd
best.
down there. This is from Justified, and then finally, and this was one of my favorite. Probably my favorite. I think it was a birthday gift. I don't think it was a Christmas gift. One of my favorite birthday gifts ever. My wife, pretty talented artist. She doesn't, do a lot with it, surprisingly. But I asked her, she's like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I was like, "I don't really care. We get, we don't. I don't have one shit for my birthday." It's like, "I'll tell you what. Draw me a picture of Raylan from Justified." And she made this art print. As you can see, it's Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah,
She's
so these
really
are-
good.
Oh, I know she knows it, and yeah, I mean she knows her shit, man. And but yeah, these are in my office here. These are two of my favorite things. So yeah, Justified, one of my easily top 5 shows of all time. Maybe my favorite. It would be hard to say. But yeah, Justified. Whoever's not watched Justified, do it. And I shit you not. And I will say this: watch the first about 4 episodes, 5 episodes, knowing that they're not as good. And the reason is, if you find a back history of it, it's because Boyd wasn't supposed to be in the entire show.
Walton
He was only
Goggins
supposed to be in the first
kick ass.
episode.
Walton
Well, that was
Goggins,
the thing.
He's such a good actor.
I'm not going to ruin anything, given that you know that he is in all 6 seasons. In the show or in the book, it was based on a short story by Elmore Leonard called "Fire in the Hole." And in "Fire in the Hole," Boyd Crowder actually dies. The first episode, Boyd Crowder was supposed to die, but Elmore Leonard was an executive producer. And he saw the progression of the interaction between Raylan and Boyd and, Timothy Oliphant and Walton Goggins. And he literally, the guy that wrote the books, wrote the short story, saw it. He's like, "You got to get this guy on for the entire run of the show." He's like, he makes the show. So the first 3 or 4 episodes, they already had kind of canned and in the bag. And then about the middle of the season, they bring in Walton Goggins, Boyd, as a big main character. And about the first half of the first season, the show fucking takes off. It's fabulous. But you got to get through the first few episodes because they're kind of ish.
He's one of the better actors too. He's like one of those.
So good.
He's one of those completely underrated actors that you don't really hear much about, but he does. He was great in his role in Sons of Anarchy. He was great in his role with. I haven't watched Justified, but I've only seen the first episode. But he was awesome in that. He was awesome in The Hateful Eight. He was awesome. Just a ton of shit, man. He was.
You've seen The Shield, haven't you?
No, haven't seen The Shield.
What?
No, I'm not a big TV guy, dude. I like listen.
Neither. Well, I only watch TV when I work out, but gosh, The Shield's so good. And he's in that with Michael Chiklis, I think is his name. And it's amazing. And you'll see a lot of one of the guys that's in one of the guys in Sons of Anarchy is also in there as a partner of theirs. So yeah, it's
Is it the Scottish guy or is it?
it's the big guy he's a big blonde headed dude. He was in Sons of Anarchy, and actually, not to spoil
Perlman?
Sons of Anarchy, but you've had spoiler alert for Sons of Anarchy for about 30 seconds. So plug your ears. I'm going to talk about it. So starting now is in Sons of Anarchy. I think it's like in the last season or 2. He gets blown up, or he steps on a landmine and blows up. And when he does, he says, "Oh no, not again!" And there's kind of a callback to The Shield, even though it's
Really?
not. Yeah,
Man,
so.
I don't remember. Who's the big blonde guy?
Yeah, that big blonde dude. Either way, I'll try to find his
I'll have
name.
to look it up. So just again,
Whoever
guys,
drops his name in the forum first gets 3D cards.
The chat,
big
not the
blonde dude
forum.
That was in The Shield and Sons of Anarchy.
the chat, not the forum. Jerry.
No, The Shield was awesome. I don't know if it's Jerry or not. Let's see.
Thor.
Thor is not Thor.
Thor's a good guess.
His real name, his real Amos is not. It's not Amos. It's not Amos Moses.
So also, I
He's
just
a-
want to be clear here too, right? Like we're not here just to talk about TV and like all of our interests. So if you guys do have questions about the game, feel free to interject and ask at any point in time. Just at Derby Fever in the chat and put your question in. But yeah, we're definitely interested to.
Yeah. I need the
Jack.
full name. Let me see. I'm gonna have to look him up. The
I gotta
Shield.
look him up now too. Sons of Anarchy
Actors.
cast.
Okay.
The
Oh, I
big
see it.
blonde-haired guy.
His name is Curtis in the Shield. Shouldn't be hard at that point. Give the actor's name. His name is Curtis Lemansky in the Shield. Not Kurt Sutter.
Oh, I know that guy. Okay.
I know that guy.
I
I'm
know
itching
that
to get.
guy.
Yeah, there we go. Kenny Johnson. You got it.
I know that guy. Very good. All right.
Yeah, but he was in both shows. He was a super main character in the Shield. So
So 3D cards to Amir.
yeah.
Let me write the prizes down this time. 3
Right.
D cards.
So let's start answering some questions, or I'll sit here and talk Sons of Anarchy in the Shield. Not Sons of Sons of Anarchy, pretty ish okay. But by the end of it, it was just like my wife used to make fun of me because it plays out like a soap opera. She's like, "Oh, you're watching those whiny dirt bags again." I was like, "Yeah, pretty much." I didn't. It was embarrassing to watch. It was just like a whole bunch of like tough guys whining about life. I was kind of over it. So
Yeah, the Sons of Anarchy dragged on a little bit. I felt like they went a little bit too long. Like the ending of it was pretty obvious in my opinion,
Yeah.
but it just kind of felt like they dragged it out across like the ending should have been like season 4 or 5, and they dragged it out like 2 more seasons.
You remember who was driving the truck at the end, don't you?
No, I wasn't even paying attention to
It's
that.
Michael Chiklis.
Was it really?
Yeah, from the Shield.
Jesus.
Because Kurt Sutter wrote them both, or he was like the main guy that wrote it or produced it or whatever. But yeah,
Gotcha.
so that's why you see a big crossover with like Goggins and Chiklis and like all these guys.
So, all right, we got this question from Smithy. Smithy says, you mentioned horses were disadvantaged by competing for the lead from an outside barrier. Do the same rules apply for fields of 4 or say 7?
I mean, no, it's going to depend. I mean, if you're competing from the outside, it's going to if nobody on the inside wants it, you're probably not at great disadvantage. You're going to be a great disadvantage primarily from the outside because you're trying to get in. If other horses want the lead from the inside, of course they have the rail. So it's really going to depend on a few things. Obviously, the number of horses in the race will make a difference because the number of horses in the race increases the odds that a horse to your inside. If you're on the outside, the odds of a horse wanting the lead, the more horses you add, the better odds there are. But if nobody really wants the lead and your horse is on the outside, as long as he can get to the inside fast enough, he should be okay. So yeah, really the biggest driving factor there is going to be competition to your inside that wants the lead. So the more of that you get, I mean, if you're in a 4-horse race and you want the lead and everybody wants the lead, that's going to suck for you. If you're in a 7-horse race and nobody wants the lead, and you're on the outside in the 7 hole, and you get to the lead, it's going to be easier than if you're in a 4-horse race and the 4th slot and everybody else on the inside wants the lead. So it's going to depend on the situation of the race. So the number of horses would matter the more, I mean, the further you are to the outside, if you're in the 20 hole, you're still going to have to get around a bunch of horses. So even if they're not wanting the lead, they're just clogging up shit. So yeah, it will make a little bit of difference, but the biggest factor in that is going to be the number of the horses to the inside of you that are vying for the lead, and can you get around them fast enough?
Yeah, and again, just to point this out too, right? It's not to say that just because you have the outside and you want the lead that your horse is going to lose either.
Right.
So some horses can overcome it.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Yeah.
So
some horses are more resilient to kind of like a speed duel than other horses.
Yeah, you'll find that 99% of our answers are going to be it depends.
Yeah, and it tries to depend, but this is definitely one. The more to the inside that has speed, that's the biggest obstacle to overcome.
Yep. Let's see. We got Roxy Ken said, mare question. You've said that some of the traits of a mare carry over to their children. Yep. Also, it has been said that each horse has a different timeline as to when they mature, which can take years. Does this maturity timeline also pass on to the mare's children?
Yes,
Yep.
it can. And that's also going to be mare dependent. But yeah, it's I would say this. It's not as that number is almost always going to be greater than 0, the percent that's going to pass on. It really depends on the mare, and it depends on just how the roll is. But yeah, there's definitely some percentage of that kind of like curve. If the mare was a late bloomer, generally she's going to have, the odds are, at least, it depends on her, because
Right.
again, there's a percentage of the attributes. It's kind of like, I won't call it, in a way, it's similar to a class factor. Some mares are going to pass more of their footprint on to their offspring, and that can include speed, that can include maturity, and things of that nature. So yeah, it's definitely going to at least have an effect. Is it going to have a great effect? It's going to depend on the breeding, the luck, and the mare.
Yep. Yeah, I can attest to that as well. I've done the studies as far as the data is concerned, and most mares will pass at about 60%.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so
Didn't know it was that high, but lesson learned. I didn't know that. So okay.
yeah,
I'm
so
glad, yeah, I'm glad somebody's keeping me honest over here, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about 90%.
yeah, I mean, we did the wire to wire stuff the last week. We did some speed stuff last week. We did some mare stuff last week too, but got to give the mares some love. But yeah, it's about 60%. The lowest we've seen, or the lowest I've seen, is 16%, 1/6. The highest I've seen is a full 100%, meaning the mare will pass every single time. That is super
Every time.
duper rare though. So don't expect any of your horses to really get that. If you do, you know, kudos to you. Hope it was a Grade 1 winner.
Yeah, you hope it wasn't some shit bag mare.
Exactly. I didn't check
Which
the
can
mare
happen.
as far as who it was either. So
Yeah, I mean,
it
that's
very
that's
well
the
could have
yin
been.
and the yang of that kind of like mare passing, is that it's going to depend on, there's going to be times when you're like, yeah, I kind of wish that weren't the case. And there's going to be times you're going to get one that doesn't pass. And you're like, I kind of wish it was the case. So it does. It's just because a mare pass on her attributes, that's not necessarily a good thing.
Exactly. And sometimes, yeah, well, we'll leave that one alone. T. Gerg says, my wife likes Charlie Hunnam way too much to watch that in my house. Oh, I think we're talking about
Oh,
SOA.
yeah, he's a good looking dude, man. I think he was in 50 Shades of Grey or the follow up or something. I don't know. I think he kind of like ruined his career doing that, but that's
Tiger
the guy's a good looking guy. He was not much of an actor though.
Tiger putting the parental controls on his wife. But no, Charlie Hunnam, he's a decent actor. If you've ever seen, there's a movie on Netflix called The Gentleman, I think.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of big actors. It's a Guy Ritchie movie. It's a fucking awesome movie if you like Guy Ritchie movies. And then he also did a movie with, who was Frodo? Elijah Wood. What's his last name?
Wood?
Yes, Elijah Wood. He did a movie with Elijah Wood called Green Street Hooligan, which was very good as well. It's about how English folks or people in the UK are basically not crazy about their soccer, but crazy about their soccer, and what they'll like the lengths they'll go to combat other teams. It's basically like gang warfare, but it's a very, very cool movie. So if anybody's interested in seeing that, I would highly recommend it.
I'm still working on it because I haven't given any cards away yet. That's why I'm like not paying attention to I'm still trying to give Amir's cards.
No, you're good. You're good. I dropped the cards on you. We didn't even announce that we were giving cards
No,
away.
I was the one that said it. I was the one that gave it away for the. I just wasn't ready for it. I was like, I gotta ask a not even Sons of Anarchy question. I gotta ask the Shield question.
All gravy, all gravy. Let's see. We got
All right.
D Money Schaefer says, "Are there any negatives to scratch breeding versus breeding sire to an actual in-game mare?" I wouldn't say there's negatives. I would say you probably don't have as many clues as to what the baby could be.
Yeah, we're working more off of a pedigree than you're working more off pedigree likelihood. Your advantages are going to be if you have a top shelf mare, more than likely she's going to be better to breed to than breeding that same scratch breeding. Similarly, if you have a mare that kind of poos around, and she wasn't really good, she didn't run to her pedigree, even though she was well bred, her offspring are likely to be less talented than a scratch breeding. Is that always the case? No, because there's some factors involved. But by and large, that would be the guesstimate. If that helps.
Sorry, I'm trying to read Padres,
So-
or I'm trying to answer Padres' question. Just counting.
What's Amir's stable name? I'm so stupid.
I think it's Amir underscore 1605.
I know that's his like his username,
Or maybe it's just Amir. I think I just give credits to Amir.
Oh, you know what? I put an equal sign because I'm stupid. You know what? This is why I hate coding on the fly. I'm sitting here. I did a like statement
With an equal?
with an equal sign. So yeah, I'm sorry, Amir. I was like, I thought his game name was Amir, but what am I talking? Okay, so
Uh,
3D cards in the house. There we go.
All right, so Padre said how many actual ratings make up a horse? Talent, class, maturity, surface, preference, distance, preference, more. There are more. There's about 20 total.
Yeah,
there's
you know what?
about
I'll look.
20.
Let's
20
count.
Well, I just counted 20.
Okay.
It's
Look
about
at you.
That's what I was.
Mr. Billy Badass over here.
Well, I can count. What can I say? That's about as good as
I'm
it
so
gets.
proud of you, Frank.
That's about as good as it gets, baby, right there. But yeah, there's 20 that I can think of that would contribute to the well. There's actually 25 that contribute to the makeup of a horse. There's probably about 20 of those that probably contribute to what actually goes on in the race. To some degree. Let's see. N.A. Skippy. What's up, Skip? He said, when a mare does not pass much to the offspring, will the sire have a heavy influence? Usually, yeah.
It's the sire will, but if the mare's not passing as much, and I'll give you an example. I mean, this isn't a perfect example, but I'm just kind of winging it here. Let's say that the mare passes 0, which, like Frank said, isn't going to happen. But let's say the mare passes 0. At that point, it would literally be like a scratch bred. So yes, at that point, the sire's passing more, but also now the dam sire and the dam sire are going to pick up the slack in the mare. So it's kind of that pedigree is going to. But yeah, so the less the dam is passing, the more the pedigree takes over.
Right. It's a trade-off, so to speak. If the pass trade is low enough, it usually won't be though, right? Like the mare. The mare,
something.
Right? Exactly. I mean, because it runs through. I mean, think of it this way: it's got 25 opportunities to hit a rating, based on what we just said. It'll loop through 25 times against the mare. That makes sense. If I got that right, am I right on that, Mike? I'm pretty sure I read the code right on that.
Oh, I'd have to look. Like I said, this is one of those things where I rewrote it recently, but yeah, probably right. I rewrote it recently, but it's also one of those things where sometimes when I'm rewriting things, I'm writing it to get the audit correct, and I'm not necessarily rewriting it to understand every line of code. But yeah, this sounds near right. At least.
Let's see. Sabbath says, if I get it right, talent is passed down as a mixture of sire, dam, and pedigree. How are other traits passed down? Are there some passed down only based on either the sire or the mare?
It's still going to be a percentage.
Yeah,
so.
It's like a dice roll is the best way to look at it. So if you have, say, you have a 80% chance and you're rolling a 100-sided dice, anything between 1 and 80 means that it's going to come from the mare. Anything 81 to 100 would be from the sire.
Yeah. Those are just those are ballpark numbers. Those are
That's
don't
very
bad on those percentages at all.
No. That was me simplifying the living shit out of it. It's not that simple, but yeah,
right.
That's the general.
I just wanted to preface that. So.
Yeah. So anytime we simplify, anytime something sounds simple, it's us breaking it down to make it in layman's terms, so to speak. Usually there's like 9 or 10 more layers to it. So sometimes more than that. But yeah. So we got,
even if there's not, we don't know if that's the right number. And if it was the right number, we definitely wouldn't be quoting it here.
Well, yeah, no, I mean the 80 was based off of just like so if I should have prefaced it. If your mare had let's say an 80 rating, which not a real thing, by the way, but if your mare did have an 80 rating, it would be like if you would have to roll an 80-sided dice or a 100-sided dice and land between 1 and 80 in order to get whatever it was the mare was passing.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's things are going to be passed to different percentages. So kind of always, the assumption should be that obviously the better you breed with the information you have. I mean, especially if you see a mare that has historically thrown good horses and you breed it to a good sire and she's got a good pedigree, you can be expected that she's going to do better. It really is. It's just kind of like I hate to, when I say this is not downplaying the question at all, but it's kind of like a common sense factor, but not really even common sense. It's just like historical viewing of things, and most people in this game, I would say not even most, the majority, if not all of people in this game. You guys are playing a game that's, a numbers based game. So you guys are paying attention to stuff like that. So when I say common sense, I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm saying that for the player base, you guys kind of already know what to expect from that kind of makeup, and it shouldn't surprise you on that regard, I guess.
No surprises. That's all I heard. No surprises.
No diggity.
No doubt. We got Dunville, who said, I noticed in a B2B write-up that someone was talking about form numbers for each horse. Where did they get this number from? That number's not exported, so I have no idea.
Mm-mm. I mean, they could be guessing, or they could be
making something up.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily even like a lot of things in the game. I mean, if you have the history of the races and the horses, et cetera, if you do enough research, you could probably come up with something. I know there was a time when people used to come up with something called like an early speed number or an early speed rating that was in and I'm not saying they weren't, they didn't have any information, but the numbers, comparably speaking, were relatively accurate. That's a lot of players in the game know what they're talking about. And they spend a lot of time, looking at numbers and massaging things and running, formulas. So we don't export any of those form numbers. So if someone was quoting a form number, Frank and I wouldn't quote a form number anyway. But if someone outside of us was quoting a form number, it's probably off a formula that they've come up with, and it may or may not be accurate. But it's
if you want, Dunville, you can shoot me this story where you saw it. I'll look into it. But I mean, in theory, there's no real way anybody should ever have access to that information. So if someone did manage to get access to that information, that's a big security risk for us. So we would want to look into it, but. Yeah. And
the good news is actually the way that just, from a security standpoint, because I want everybody, full honesty here. I actually have two databases. Actually, it's technically three. I guess we want to get technical. There's about 30.
There's like 30. I was going to say three. Where did you get three from?
There are like three major databases I work from. There's two that are online. Okay, and I'll just call them, for shits and giggles, I call them EH and EH3. Okay, those are the online databases. Those are full of stats. It's full of all the information that you see on the website. That uses one login. There's a back-end database called E. We'll just call it E. And E has all the horse information in it. E, as far as I know, a couple of things worth noting. E can't be accessed except through a handful of IP addresses. And E also uses a different login. What the game is, if somebody actually broke into the physical game online, got the password for the database that the game accesses from the online standpoint, they still wouldn't have access to the back end because it's a different database. So from that perspective, all that form information, all the horse information, all that information is kept offline. So I won't say offline, that's a lie. It is kept in a database that is accessible by only a handful of IP addresses. It's also accessible only by different login mechanism. Yeah, so that's what I would say about it.
Yeah, all the important stuff is locked in, we've thrown away the key, so to speak. But like Mike was basically just saying, like the basic stuff that you see on the website and all that stuff, that's all on the front end database. So
and if you want to know, I'll actually just because I won't turn this into a full nerd out stream because I know you guys get bored with that. But I'm actually going to share what my password is listed as in the database. My physical password. It said, this is your password. It is not this. And I'll tell you why I can safely do this. I've got to find the players changing table. There's the players changing table. There it is. Okay, no, it's not the players changing table. Talk for a second, Frank. I'm looking.
I was listening to you talk.
Listen to me talk. You're like, was this guy nuts?
I'm curious. I am. I'm like, oh shit, he's giving passwords away. Like we're all.
No, I'm going to give away my password. This is actually no shitting you. My password that's listed in the database. Okay, And I'll tell you why it's safe to do this here in just a second. I want to make sure I don't want to give anybody else, just in case you guys break it. Not only that, it's like my password doesn't have any. I'm going to give away my Belly Boy password. How's that?
Sounds good.
Select star from players, log in where he dot or where. Yeah, let me see. But I'll explain a little bit of this, and I'll quit nerding out for you. But just now that we're talking a little bit of security stuff, or somebody saying that, I just want to let you.
Mike's all about the security stuff.
I am.
He's an MD,
I know it.
MD5 nerd. He's a hash nerd. He loves all of it.
I do. I mean, this is the kind of shit I love. Okay,
we talked about it at length.
Yeah, here is. You know what? I'm actually going to give him your password, Frank. Here's Frank's password.
Fantastic.
I can't. I'm going to have to read it to you. I tried to put it in there, but I'm not logged in. I'll leave it to EH uppercase OG7 uppercase HVB8C uppercase YN0E uppercase VGMEKE. Now, why is it safe that I just gave you all that? You can rewind it. You can try to figure it out. Safe for a couple reasons. Why? You tell them, Frank.
It's encrypted.
Yeah, it is. It's one-way encrypted. Not only that, I use a salt. I didn't give anybody the salt. It's one-way encrypted. Not only do I encrypt it using pretty standard encryption methods, I also use a couple that I've created on my own. So yeah, these are one-way encryption methods. So even if somebody got a hold of your password, if they got a hold of all our password files, your passwords would be 100% safe.
Yeah, I mean, your horses might be trained for the next year, but
but they'd have to log in. Of course, I guess if they had access to the database and they actually could update the database, then yeah, they could have some problems.
Oh,
but if all they can do is look at the database, yeah, if all you can do is look at the database, yeah, you can't do a whole lot of shit in the game.
Yeah.
Even if I gave you all the information in the online database, you could do a lot with it, passwords included.
So here's the question that we got. I was expecting this question from Beer Keg.
Right.
Basically, can we get a wear and tear comparison? The sample horses I sent your Slack will space 30 plus days versus 3 starts in a month. Mike, this is going to require you to code.
I'll do what I can.
I'll give you the long. I'll give you the long IDs. I'll shoot them over to you in the Zoom chat.
Just shoot. You can shoot them in the Slack chat. I can pull them out of there, wherever you want to stick them.
Yeah, do it. I dropped them in Zoom.
Okay, that's fine.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually also drop these horses in the Twitch chat, so if anybody wants to look at these, they can. This is, according to BK, these
Have it your way, BK.
There it is. These are the 4 starts, all spaced out 30-plus days. And then there are 2 other ones, which are, and I haven't sent these ones to you, Mike, but I will. These 2 are 4 starts, or I'm sorry, 3 starts in 30 days.
Okay, so the first one was spaced out more, and the second one is like spaced out less.
So there's so there's a combination of.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Let me pull them out here.
There's 1. I gave you 1. There's 2.
That's all right. I'm pulling them out of the Twitch stream.
Oh, are you? All right. Well,
yeah, I know how to do this.
All right. You've been around once or twice. Let's see. While Mike does that, trying to get caught up on chat here, guys. Oh, that's a question for Mike. I'll have to come back to that one.
What's that? Tell me while I'm looking this up, because it'll take me a minute to look this up.
So it says, if I recall correctly, you had a horse that was eligible to run in the bluegrass. Oh, we talked about this not long ago. You had a horse that was eligible to run in the bluegrass, or it may have been another top race, which you bowed out due to keeping credibility of the game. Did you ever run the race behind the scenes to see how it would have performed?
I did not. No, I did not.
No, I think if I remember correctly, didn't you, or didn't, at least when you told me the story, didn't you try to give the horse to another user like a few months ahead of the race?
No, I think what happened is I considered that. I think I backed out of that. This was when Larry was running my stables, obviously.
Oh, Larry commented.
Yeah, Larry has been, as people that have been around the game are well aware, Larry has been helping with the game, particularly. We've got Frank now who's helping with the code and stuff. But before Frank, and even still to this day, Larry's out there in the chat room helping with the players, doing a lot of things. And he runs he's been running my test case and my Bill Gulch. I think they're one stable now, but he's been running my test case stable for years. And he was running this the stable, and he nailed a horse. I mean, anybody who's knows Larry knows that Larry's really good at the game. I mean, take me out of it. I mean, but Larry's always been good at the game. He's one of the better, Now, I'm not giving much away. I don't think he's been as successful lately. Maybe you guys are catching up to him.
Larry has, I think, maybe the top earning filly still active
Does
right
he?
now. Yeah, she's whooping ass.
I know historically he's done very, very well.
Larry's a boss.
Yeah. So long story short is Larry took over my stables because I had, I just around and, he took him over and he came up, he bred him a monster and it won, I think, a lock race. And from there, I just, players were understandably, I won't say they know my relationship with Larry, but especially being that it was, they trust Larry, but considering it was in my name, I had a couple people reach out to me, and understandably so. They said, "You know what? We trust you. We trust Larry, but it's a bad mouth feel." And I didn't disagree with it. It felt wrong. So I just bowed out of it. I threatened, I think, to give the horse away. I think I decided against that. I just didn't. Nothing about it felt quite right. At that point, I won't say it was. It just,
I got you.
Just one of those things where you look back on it and I was like, it's unfortunate because, I wasn't the one that did any of the work. It was entirely Larry. And he probably deserved to have a horse. It was just, that was racing, would have raced in the Derby and was racing well enough. I don't know. I don't know how well the horse would have turned out, but it was definitely, at least up to that point, a very, very impressive horse. And, it just wasn't meant to be, man, So, yeah. But as far as giving it away, I'd never really decided to give it away or anything. So,
gotcha. That was my mistake. Then I thought we were giving the horses away.
I don't think so. Okay, I would say this: the 3 horses you gave me, BK, they actually, like, wear and tear wise, almost identical. And I'm going to guess, looking at them, it's and they're all 124, 35, 160, 2165, and 2184. I think. Were those the ones we're looking at?
2184, 2165, 5693.
5693. I missed that one. Hold on.
5160. So
35, 160?
No, 5693 and 35160.
Okay, so let me get the last one that you said, or the second last one. Was it 3693?
No, 5693.
5693. Okay, that one I missed. So I'm sorry. Let me check him out.
You're good.
So yeah,
we're hard coding.
Now here's another reason that these are close to identical. I mean, I would say this from this perspective. And I'm looking at the wear and tear factor, and I'm looking, after the wear and tear factor, because I guess I was expecting a large like, I was expecting like to get a hot race horse, and but all of these horses from a wear and tear factor they're not identical, of course, but they're all like, none of these horses are being over raced. None of these, looking at the races, the numbers are literally like, plus this is a 2-year-old that, has no back history of being over raced. All of these horses are. If you're going to racing at any of these, at least, for a while, the biggest thing you've done here, at least, obviously, the long layoff between April and August. Looks like all of these, one of them is in February and August. 2 of them are February and August. One of them is April and August. Yeah, as long as you're laying a horse off that long, you're really like not incurring much wear and tear at all. So if the wear and tear that was incurred and it was only be marginal, it's because you weren't over racing these horses to begin. I mean, like, you're racing them a little bit as a 2-year-old. You're racing them like every 4 or 5 weeks. You keep doing that over a long enough period of time, yeah, it'll be worse than like
Yeah,
laying them off. But
it basically like it becomes exponential at that point.
yeah,
So
the more you do it, it becomes it's kind of like a
these ones actually aren't that bad, BK. I was expecting
no,
you
they're
to
not.
say-
I was
expecting something worse.
No, I was expecting like one of these hot race horses or something, but no, these are all none of this. I mean, like did you screw any of these horses up from a wear and tears factor? Not at all. I mean, these are all
Not
very, these are all very patient. Especially you race a horse with a 5-week layoff as a 2-year-old. You do that every month, it's going to suck, but you're not doing that at all. I mean, you're showing a very patient approach. So yeah, and the wear and tear factors show this.
I think the biggest thing is too is right, like, and maybe I misunderstood what you wrote, BK, in the Slack message, and if you did, or if I did, I'm sorry, but I was under the assumption that you did 3 in a 30-day period, like 3 races in a 30-day period. I didn't see that. I saw it looked like those were pretty spaced out, or those were spaced out decently enough to where horses are going to hit. They'll hit sharp. They may not be like super sharp, but they'll be sharp. So yeah,
Super sharp.
Yeah. So I guess there are levels to sharp, right? Like sharp is a number in theory, just for anybody who's curious. It does go beyond 100, if I can say that. Or 1 for that matter.
Well, they've seen the pigs.
Right, exactly. So the point that I'm making there is the point that I was making there is that I expected you to send something like where there was a start every other week, and the horse had like 10 starts at 2 years old, and it was going to basically be
explode.
Right, the wear and tear was just going to basically be out of this world because it's a 2-year-old and you raced it 10 times, in like a short period of time. So, anyways, we'll move on. Let's see. Looking for questions. We got... All right, Sam says, I see so many solid named DDS prices around $1. Are many better than ticker price, or is it dangerous to use a value DDS and scratch to an upper end sire and dam sire?
No, I mean it's you guys know these horses. Actually, and to get back to BK, I did miss one of the races, but to let him know, there was a hot race, and it did like the one horse, the 2165, I think does have it's not notable wear and tear compared to the other ones, but he does have a little more wear and tear than the others. So yeah, just to let you know.
There you go. Confirmed. Hot races count.
Yeah. 2165 and just a little bit. I think it's 2165. Let me see. One more has the next one is 2184. And these are not like the distances. They're but you didn't crush the horse. You didn't keep doing it. So I mean that's fine. Anyway, sorry, but it's not.
No, right.
Don't worry. Don't worry about what you've done. Just don't do it all the time.
Yes. I don't think he's worried about what he's done. I think he's testing to see what he can figure out. That's what I think he's trying
That's
to do.
okay.
But
right, so Sam, sorry. I'm sorry. I missed those bottom races. So because I was wondering why one of them looked a little higher than the other. So whatever. Okay.
No, you're good. So with Sam, as far as the prices on DDSs, so again, if you're seeing sires that go for high prices in the S and the DDS slot, but they're going for super cheap in the DDS slot.
Yeah. Here's a couple of reasons. I misunderstood the question, and now I know exactly what he's saying. A couple of things are going on here. First off, as we mentioned, when we lowered the sires, we made sure to also lower the dam sire. We raised a handful of sires. We've exhausted that conversation. And usually Tapit's still expensive, but it's actually working what we're doing because the next that first handful of sires are a little over 1,000, except for Tapit, who's a little more than that. But all the other sires are now lower, and they are getting more usage, and things are starting to balance out. We've been really lucky there. But part of that was we turned around. We also lowered dam sires but we also lowered Dam's Dam Sires. Dam's Dam Sires have always been cheaper, and the logistic there has always been this: is that from a sire perspective, I looked at usage. I tied the sire and the Dam Sire together pretty much because uh, they're pretty valuable. You know, Dam's Dam Sire is valuable, but he's not obviously as valuable as Dam's Dam Sire. And plus, you can turn into a Dam Sire relatively quickly. So I've tied those together. I've now made the Dam Sire a little cheaper if you buy it online, or the Dam Sire cheaper if you buy it online. The Dam Sire, the way the price was kind of figured is that it looked at the usage, but it divided it by it assumed that if the dam was 1 and the Dam Sire was like half, the Dam Sire was a quarter. So really, the Dam Sire would have to get used 4 times as often as the Sire to be at an equal price. So the Dam Sire has always historically been lower. The reason it's lower isn't because it doesn't take away from the value of the horse, but the Dam Sire has always been a lower part of the pedigree. So it's never been as valuable, which is why it's always been kind of artificially suppressed. But at the same time, there's a lot of value. I think you're onto a little something here, Sam, is that you can get a lot of value from the Dam Sire cost dollar per dollar versus what you can in the other lines, because it does add, but it's also not being inflated in price as quickly as the Sire and the Dam Sire's cost.
Indeed. No, that's not our first spam, by the way, guys. I've blocked a few of those in the past. But yeah, to Mike's point, as far as the DDS is concerned, and I'll say this: a lot of value gets created when a sire passes. And what I mean by that is that when a sire passes, folks basically forget about them. And they forget that they were a good sire that they used to pay for over 1,000, BPs or creds in the sire slot, right? Not realizing that these same sires, those ratings carry across the DS and the DDS. So, I'll use this much to my own detriment because I love this sire and I've used him religiously. But Pioneer of the Nile, used to buy him all the time, well over 1,000 or at 1,000 or whatever it was. But now at the DS slot, I get him pretty much for 235 BPs or 235 credits. DDS is even cheaper. Value still carry. He's still He's still good in either one of those slots. His value may not be weighted the same because obviously the sire takes the majority of the brunt, but still matters.
Yeah. So I would say this, and it's going to depend, of course, on the sire. It's going to depend on the breeding and just kind of like a roll to some degree. But if you're doing scratch bred, come up with your percentages. I don't know what your percentages are. Okay. I mean, if you think that the sire is worth twice as much as the Dam Sire, who's worth twice as much as the Dam Sire, then you think about it that way. If you're willing to pay 100 for a sire or 1,000 for a sire, then you should be willing to pay 500 for a Dam Sire of the same value, or 250 for, or if you're willing to pay 1,000 and then 500, the next level should be 250, because it kind of goes down. It's 1, half, quarter. But if you think those numbers are different, I'm not telling you exactly what the numbers are, and they change from horse to horse, breeding to breeding. I will tell you they're not identically, even on average, they're not 1, half, and 1 quarter.
Nope.
But assuming they were, if you think a sire's worth 1,000, then as a Dam Sire, he's worth 500. As a Dam Sire, he's worth 250. That's the way that they're going to pass on attributes. So yeah, that's what I would say. But you come up with, I'm not going to give you guys the secret sauce. I'm not McDonald's up in this bitch.
Here we
Everybody
go.
Everybody knows that a Big Mac uses $1,000 dressing as their secret sauce. He ain't fooling anybody.
Well, apparently you didn't fool BK because he's got that Canadian math rolling. Where it's 1,000
Canadian math?
Oh yeah, 1,666 and 334. That's what he's off. He's running off of the 2,000 number.
Oh, he's running off the Canadian dollar versus the U.S. dollar is what he's doing. I don't know how that translates.
There we go. Padre says 50, 35, 15.
Could be. I'm not. I'm keeping my big pie hole shut.
You know what? I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna tell everybody what it is right now. It's
No.
99.05.05. That's it. Right there.
That's what it is.
Only buy the sires. That's it. DS and DDS don't make a difference.
Sam's up here trying to inflate sire costs in this bitch. I can tell you, Sam is totally lying. He's so full of shit, but he's having a good time tonight. Yeah.
Go ahead. What did you say?
No, I was just going to say it's those numbers are
PK.
you will know this, and this is no lie. The sire is always going to be at least the highest rated of the lineage.
And I'll say
that goes without saying.
Because BK just made a funny comment. He said, caught a look at the back end code when Francois was hammered. So I'll say this. Even if I was to show you the back end code, there's so many different variations to it, you would never get it. So
you know what? We'll get on a nerd stream. I'll share other parts of the code one day. You guys will be like, "What the hell is it?" I don't even know what's going on anymore. This code has gotten wilder. It's like it's taking on a life of its own.
So you're saying a good back end can't upgrade a not good sire? I think we're saying the opposite.
You know what? A good back end is. It just depends on like your willingness for risk reward. Like I said, it's the better pieces you put together, the better chance you have of coming up with a good outcome. If you choose to say, like I said, and I'm just looking, I'm going to give you, this is a very basic, not scientific, not identical to the way the horse racing game works. But I would say this, if you would say, let's say you rate horses on the scale of 1 to 10. Okay. And let's say the game does. It does not. Let's say that the game rates horses on a scale of 1 to 10. And the sire it chooses or you choose is a 5. The dam sire you choose is a 5. And the dam sire you choose is a 5. Okay. For the sake of argument, to make this math all easy, let's assume that they all work out identically. So the sire equals the dam sire equals the dam sire. Just add them together, you get a 15. Then let's assume you pick a sire that's a 10, a dam sire that's a 2, and a dam sire that's a 3. They still add to 15. Now, of course, if you start changing those numbers again, because as I said, those percentages are bullshit. The number of ratings are bullshit, but the logistics kind of work the same. At the end of the day, you put value in the dam sire, it's going to come out in the pedigree. The cost of the dam sire, the way that you should kind of think about it is from what are you willing to spend on it point-wise, credit-wise, etc. It should be similar to percentage-wise what you think it's worth versus the sire and the dam sire. That's kind of what I'm saying, if that makes any sense.
I would say treat them all equal. That's what I would say. So don't know that that's the right answer because it's too much code for me to look at, especially drinking beers. And I can see it in my face already that the beers are hitting me. So
the beers.
the beers. The beers. Oh yeah. BK's wisdoms are pretty good. BK is, he's one of the spot on folks with data. So he likes to look at data. He likes to figure out where he can make things more efficient for himself. I'll put it that way. Whether it's, I don't mean
whether it makes it hard on our ass or not, he don't give a fuck.
Well, I didn't mean it. I don't mean it like that. I just mean
I know. I'm just giving BK shit.
How can I maximize BP earnings and also be successful? That's more.
Is that a question?
What's that?
Oh, is that what you're saying BK does? I thought somebody asked that question. No, I was like, who's asked that question? I'm not telling you how to do that.
I'm theorizing
BK knows how to do it. That's the thing.
I'm saying I'm theorizing about BK's hypothesis is how can I earn as many BPs and still be successful?
Yeah, that's actually fair. You know what? Like I said, everybody plays the game a little different, and that's cool. That's what makes the game is that some people are playing for the straight up, I want the best horse every time, and some people are willing to grind it out. Some people want fucking claimers. I love the claimers.
I love the claimers too. I'll run claimers all the time. I won't claim out of them, but I run claimers. That's where I earn the
I
majority of my
fucking buy
BPs.
out of the auction is where I haven't done it in a while. But when I was really like trying, I would buy those shit dollar horses out of the auction. I go up to a few $100. I would fucking like I was owned. I was so killing on points. They're there, man. Just take them.
That's right. Sam is the king of sending rookies to Royal back ends, and Sam actually does the work. He looks at pedigree. He finds a lot of good value
Hey,
sires.
Have you ever seen the Queen's Gadonkadonk? It's a Royal back end, man.
Oh Jesus. Let's see. Oh, beer keg. Except for when I call out your sire picks. No, you just shit all over everything I post if it's not named Tap It. So if it's not named Tap It, it can't run in BK's elite stable. So,
Oh, BK has an elite stable.
oh, he's got two stables, I think, or two masters, if I'm not mistaken. One
Is that where he like runs the Whopper?
There you go. There's a horse name, the Whopper. Be served on the menu not long.
Mike, are you the one who stole all my dollar horses I was trying to donate to the CPU? Yes, that was me. I stole every one of them.
We're working on it. We'll get the donate your dollar horse to the CPU soon enough. Let's see. Team Money Shaper. I buy
Drunken
auction.
Jockey Club Super Tabby calling her, calling him out.
There it is. I buy auction cheap claimers. Hell, I think I bought mule once or twice. Oh yeah, there's tons of mules out there. We all buy them at one point, or we either buy them or breed them at one point or another. That's just the way it works.
Yeah, I'll tell you where
It's a good guess, Taffy.
not to give away secret sauce here, but you know what? I've been drinking this fucking tar beer now. I'm gonna give away a secret sauce. You want to make cheap points for cheap?
Oh shit.
Breed shitty horses that have long pedigrees because you can run them in long claim and starter allowance races and get a whole bunch of points. And there's no fucking competition there. That's what I do. When I go to the auction, I'll tell you what I do. I look for horses that look like they've never been run long, but look like they want more. And I'll go buy them for $200 in the auction, which is like literally just getting them for free. And then I'll try them in long races. You go look at some of my horses. I love running those long races. You get a whole bunch of points. You can't compete. Nobody will claim them because nobody's looking at those 5-horse shitty long ass fucking claim races. Just take the points. They're just on the table to be taken, people.
Right now they are. Things to come. Foreshadowing.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know. It's like we said, even when Spin was on last episode. There are not many horses that, Frank was the one that ran the numbers. There aren't many horses that run those ultra long distances, but some of them can. And those, people don't by and large like claim races. They want their best horses. If you're willing to lose a horse, and you're willing to, get some of those horses that run ultra long. You could, at least historically, I've been able to run them as low as 5,000, 7,000, 7,500. 10,000 is where they might get claimed, but even then they normally don't because they're cheap claimers. The horses that are running the short races are running like 110 or 100. The horses that are running those long races, they're like winning with like 73s and shit. I mean, like just take it and just take all the money off the table.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll say it again. Most horses are going to run most horses prefer distances. It doesn't mean that you can't have success with them anywhere else, but most of them are going to have a preferred distance between 6 and 12. Anything beyond 12, if you get something that actually wants to run at 13 or 14 or even longer than that, that is gold because that thing will probably beat the shit out of just about anything. If it actually wants to
It's
run.
got a chance at least. And then a lot of people don't enter those ultra long races, which is understandable.
Short. Right. They're short.
So you get short fields. Usually have horses that aren't necessarily good at it.
Less competition.
I can't tell you how many times I've had a couple horses that I've taken out of the auction where it's like I'll run them in those super long races and the fields are short. I end up like winning with like these shitty ass horses. And it's great.
I win with shitty horses all the time. Yeah. I mean, As far as I know, they're shitty because they're running in 2,000 claimers. But yeah, I went with shitty horses all the time. So Jono asked, he said, Mike, Frank, do they sell Great Northern beer in America? I've never heard of it.
No, I'd have to look that up. If they do, you know what? I'm going to see if they sell it locally. If they do, I will get some.
If that's Australian, Jono, I will grab some and we can do an Australian beer night.
It can't be nearly as bad as Foster's. I love messing with the Aussies with Foster's beer because it just like rubs them the wrong way, as it should. It's awful beer.
It's the Australian national beer. What do you mean? We're gonna lose half of our player base just based.
Yeah,
on
I know it is totally not the Australian beer. I've totally defended. Every time I'm in the stream, I defend Australia because I was here and I drank one of those beers. And I knew it had nothing to do with Australia. It's brewed in the United States. It said it was brewed in the United States. It had nothing to do with Australia.
I have a question, and I don't know if it has anything to do with Australia or not. I just know they use Australia as kind of the marketing gimmick. But
yeah.
Do you guys in Australia, is there an Outback Steakhouse? Does that exist?
God, I hope not. It's awful.
Very nice, refreshing beer. All right, yeah, maybe I'll go looking for the Great Northern, see if I can find it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, so I'm curious.
We don't get too much, at least on
there
my
is. You know what? There's a place, and I don't. This might be different, but this is in New Hampshire. There's a place called Great North. Oh, Great North, not the Great Northern. Okay, see, I'm not even paying attention. Yeah, it's
Padre.
What's Padre fucking on about?
He said Donnie's cursing Mike out right now because you gave away Donnie's secret strategy of running in long races.
Well, I'm sorry, Donnie Baseball. You know what Donnie Baseball can do? He can fuck right off.
There it is. Donnie wasn't even here to get effed off. Oh. Yeah, I'll look around for that Great Northern, Jono, see if we get it shipped here. At least,
yeah, there's something. Yeah, I'll look. Man,
so gotta sneeze.
Congratulations.
The prison of the UK. What is that? Australia?
Now we're asking for trouble.
Couldn't they say the same thing about France and Canada?
How are you looking to start trouble, Frank?
Oh yeah, we're about to start some regional wars. Oh god. Outback Steakhouse, 8 locations in Australia.
Really?
I highly recommend it if you're Australian and you want some Australian food.
I highly don't recommend it. It's awful.
It is. It's pretty bad.
The only thing that's good, and it's good and terrible, but I like me some good and terrible, is they do have their like loaded cheese fries.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking delicious. The bacon cheese fries, they do it right. Do not get the bloomin' onion. It tastes like an asshole. Not that I would know what that tastes like, allegedly. But do not get the bloomin' onion. Awful. Terrible. And their steak is terrible.
Oh, God. Yeah, they do have some pretty bad steak. I will say, I've gotten the only steak I ever got, this was years and years ago.
Taffy likes the bread. I don't recall the bread. I haven't been in Outback in 15 years. So
I got it. Oh, you know what they used to have that was amazing was their walkabout soup. It was like an onion cream soup. It was so fucking good. Oh, and they discontinued it. Bitches. Oh, man, that just made me mad. I gotta fucking drink this.
You're getting mad at Outback Steakhouse. It's been that kind of night.
God
We're
damn.
at the point where Frank's getting mad at Outback Steakhouse.
Hell yeah, because I want me some walkabout soup. I gotta, flush this alcohol out somehow.
Bloomin' Arsehole. Is that name still available?
Bloomin' Arsehole.
You know what? I'd give you Bloomin' Bunghole. I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't censor that. Arseholes get. You know what? Arse is one of those funny words that gets. Some places consider it a cuss word. In the United States, we don't, but some places do. I don't.
That's because we
works.
say so much worse shit in like our every.
You know what? I'll say this, and I hate to say this. I hate to be the first that admits this. I don't find any words to be offensive.
Nope, me neither.
Which is why we cuss like sailors on here.
Oh, yeah.
I actually got checked within the last month at a restaurant when I was like met with my buddy, and we had a couple of hard days at work. We were cussing like sailors, and like some guy came over. He's like, "Excuse me, do you mind like not cussing so much? My wife and I are offended." And I was polite to him. We really dialed it down. But in the back of my head, I'm going like, you big. I'm not even going to say the word that like went through my mind.
Big old biatch is what you were gonna say.
Yeah, no, that's actually exactly. If I would have been smart enough, that's exactly what I'd have said in the stream. But yeah, I was thinking some really awful things.
And then Mike would have been doing the stream with a black eye. So,
But long story short, I don't find words offensive. But as a
me neither.
guy that runs a horse racing game,
Got to be mindful.
we have to. That being said, don't insult people. Don't insult, as long as you're not awful to people, words themselves don't hurt any. Well, let me rephrase that.
as long
Words
as you-
can hurt people. Curse words like fuck. The thing is, like, words like fuck, it's like when you hear somebody say fark, or hear somebody say, like, instead of shoot shit, they say shoot. It's like, literally, it's the same word. Just don't like offend people. That's all I ask. I'm a simple man.
Yeah, I mean, listen. As long as you're not being malicious or
Exactly. Absolutely.
trying to actively hurt somebody's feelings and like be
Yeah.
insulting, say what you want. But
Yeah.
if it gets to that point where somebody feels offended or whatever, then maybe pump the brakes a little bit, and that's the
Yeah,
end
I
of it.
dialed it back. My buddy was like, guys, like, you know what? I get it.
It
I'm
ain't
like,
worth it.
you know what? I'm not here to offend anybody.
Speaking of, that actually reminded me of a movie I watched yesterday called Old Dads with Bill Burr. Oh shit, I'm completely forgetting the other two actors' names, but they're very good actors. It's Bill Burr. It's also Katie Anslet. She was the wife of Kevin in. Oh my god, I'm completely spacing. The League.
Oh yeah.
So good movie. I recommend it. It's got its funny points, but it's not like crazy. Like I'm a raunchy funny guy. Like I need to. You really got to kind of hit me with some shock and awe for as far as like saying things and being raunchy. Like that's what gets me laughing. But it was funny. It was good. It was a decent movie. It was kind of more or less about cancel culture and how things are today and like how times are changing more or less. But it was a funny movie.
All right. Actually, my favorite Bill Burr movie is Zombievers. If you haven't seen Zombievers, it's fucking amazing. It's free on Tubi, or it was.
Zombievers?
Zombievers. Love
Oh
it.
my god. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, if you guys aren't into Tubi, Tubi is fucking amazing.
So
I would give up every one of my pay subscriptions before I would give up Tubi. Tubi is fabulous.
So Chano says, if I call someone a fucktard, is that okay? As long as they don't get offended.
Fine-ish with it. That's a borderline. That's like a half and half.
As long as they don't get offended. If they come to us and they complain, then it's like, all right, man, here's your warning. Cut it out. If you keep doing it, then
do not use those terms in our game, is what we're saying. As we try, like I said, if you're talking to Frank or I out of the stream, you can call us whatever you want.
most people do, believe it or not.
I learned one time when I was in middle school when I got in like a fight, quote unquote fight, like with a guy. We were trying to offend each other. I learned I'm really good at offending people.
So you had a rap
So
battle?
yeah, I got dotted in the mouth, and so yeah, it wasn't a good day for me. But yeah, I'm really hard to offend. So yeah, but people
Oh, you can't offend
are.
me.
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
You can't offend me unless you start making fun of my sire choices, in which case then I'll rip you a new
Yeah.
one. Right, BK? Just kidding. That doesn't happen. Let's see. The guys on my hockey team were talking about watching Zombievers on a hunt trip. Oh, glad to know that it's not just a Mike special.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's a lot. It's a lot. Bill Burr's in it though.
Bill Burr's awesome.
For a very short period of time. He's not like a main character, but he is in it. Great movie. If you guys like that, I can give you a lot of really shitty horror movies because this is like my genre. Probably my favorite shitty horror movie besides Zombies I've seen recently is Piranha, which is a remake of the original Piranha, but it's called Piranha 3D. And then also they did a follow up called Piranha 3 Double D. So you can have that as you may.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a fun movie. A lot of gore in Piranha 3D. It's really a lot of fun.
So you know what I watched today, and I didn't even realize. I think it was either directed or produced by him. But do you remember the old movie? It's a terrible movie, but it's got a ton of good actors in it. Do you remember the movie Mars Attacks?
I've heard of it. I don't.
It's on Amazon. If you want to watch, a funny, it's not funny, but it's like a fun bad movie. Mars Attacks. It's got Jack Nicholson in it. Annette Bening. Oh God, who else is in it? Michael J. Fox is in it. Sarah Jessica Parker. Jack Black, Pierce Brosnan. There's a lot of people in it. It's a good like if you're in the mood to just have fun and watch a movie, it's one of those that you just sit down and you watch it and you're like, all right, I can watch this.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to watch a great show, and I'm going to bring this back to something I said earlier, I bought this big TV for $109 on Amazon. It's only 32 inches, but it's great for a monitor. I got a free 6-month subscription to MGM Plus. And there's a show called Perpetual Grace Limited on it. Great show. Love it. Which is also most of the main characters in that are also in a show on Amazon. If you have Amazon, you should watch a show called Patriot. Amazing. Nobody's heard of either of these. But I'm telling you, Patriot. If you're bored, hilarious. Very dark humor. Odd shows.
That's all me.
Odd shows. This is right up your alley.
I'm a dark humor guy. I just recently, not that he's dark humor. He's actually, I mean, I guess in comparison to dark humor, he's pretty lighthearted. But Shane Gillis is one of my new famous one of my new comedians that I'll watch.
Yeah, Shane Gillis is good.
But yeah. Let's see. So we don't have many comments in chat. So should we give something away? So we're gonna have to give away
shit to stir shit up.
Got to get them reinvigorated. We got to start spinning wheels and shit.
Yeah, they love the spinning wheels.
I don't know why.
Is there a way? Let me ask you this. Maybe this is what we can do, Frank. And now I'm going to talk like a little bit out of sorts here. But this is actually a me and you conversation we're going to have with these cats. Is you take on the spinning wheel because they love the spinning wheel, and I get it, it's fun. You just type in the names, right?
Yeah, I just copy and paste them from Notepad.
Okay, but is it like? But you have to like literally like take attendance here, right?
I don't have to. If I usually the way that I do it is if anybody's been talking, I typically grab them and put them in. I was to be completely honest with you, and we got ahead of ourselves and just started talking when we first got started. But I was actually going to look at the leaderboard and basically just take whoever's from a certain. Like I was going to reset the leaderboard before we started, and then take anybody from a certain point total and up.
That would have been smart.
That way. Okay. Yeah, maybe we do that in the next one because what I didn't want to happen is somebody just joins, says, "Hey, I'm here," and then leaves, and they get a free horse because they were here for 12 seconds. That's what I was trying to avoid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what we could actually do, and this comes down to what we can work on eventually, is like literally like. Anybody here, we could have them like, of course the in chat guy works like the roulette or whatever. Or what do you do in the chat where it's like you have like a
raffle?
Yeah, does that work?
Yeah, no, it works.
Yeah, okay. Because the raffle kinds of works, but I mean the spinning wheel is more fun. Let's be honest.
Oh, I agree. I listen. I'm if there's other ways to do this, I'm 100% open to it.
Yeah, we'll take this offline a little bit. I'm just wondering if like maybe if I can write like a little thing where like people, eventually like, and I'm not going to do it until we rewrite the game. I'm just letting everybody know this isn't going to happen anytime soon. But just where like people that are here, they could like, go over there and like almost check off that they're in, and it automatically enters them. Then you just like copy and paste it into the wheel. Or we can do. I can write the fucking wheel.
Yeah,
you can write the wheel. You write the wheel, Frank.
I'm not writing a fucking wheel. I'm too busy writing.
Write the fucking wheel, Frank.
I'm writing workout reports. All right.
People want the wheel. All we get is people saying, "Spin the wheel,
right.
Frank, spin the wheel."
Well, then I'm deleting all the workout code report.
No, do not do that, please. I'll write the wheel.
I'm just kidding.
We'll write the wheel together.
There's Ivan. See, there's some names that are starting to creep up that I'm missing. Ivan, Yamil, there we go. And again, it's not to say that you're not welcome in the chat. Listen, I welcome everybody in the chat, but I want the ones who are participating.
Except that one guy.
There was that one guy.
There's the one guy he does not welcome in the chat.
Given's here as well. Given doesn't need any
Given's
more horses.
here?
No,
But Dan hasn't been here in a hot minute.
I don't think he came to the first one. I think I haven't seen him since. Where's Vanish? He can spin the wheel. Maybe I get my wife in here to spin the wheel. Or Mike.
Was today the day? I need to check out. I think today may have been the day. I guess it was yesterday. Now, if you guys play Wordle in the United States, you'll probably still play Wordle if you haven't yet. But I think it was yesterday though. It was yesterday. The word of the day was given. So there we go. Which is actually funny.
Dan made it to mainstream.
Dan's like, he was the Wordle word of the day. So
I haven't played Wordle since I don't even know. Since my first wife? I don't know. It's been a long time.
You had a first wife?
I did.
Shit, dude.
Much to my own detriment.
Much to my chagrin.
That's right.
But my wife and I, every morning, and this is the kind of, I'll say this, I'm not a good person. I'm an awful human being.
There we go.
And, I'm just going to lay it out there.
Taking the kids' gloves off.
Yeah. But I have a great wife. And you know what? Every morning we wake up, we have the coffee made because we do it at night, and we play Wordle together because we're big fat nerds. So we get to nerd out. Yeah, she like focuses me. She's like my center line. So yeah, she keeps me from being an awful human being. If I hadn't gotten married like shortly after this game, God knows where this game would have gone. So thank you, Jennifer, for helping keep the game and my life on mine.
So Taffy goes, I had a first husband, same height, same age. This is getting creepy. Yeah, my wife keeps me like
even keel.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hunky dory.
Because there's definitely like I could definitely lose it. I'll put it that way. I could be a
Lose yourself in the music the moment you want it.
There you go. I could lose it till I collapse. But yeah, no, it's
you only get one shot, Frank. Actually, in this case, you got two.
I did. I got two shots, but I fucked up royally on the first one.
So yeah, Eminem's
biggest mistake of my life.
Fuck Eminem. He's a liar. You get two shots, Frankie. You did well on your second shot.
No, my second shot was my first shot. There it is.
Huh?
Exactly. Roll with it.
I'm just gonna leave it like that.
The second shot is the first shot.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Oh God. Let's see. What traits are passed down to this stream's wheel from last stream's wheel? Is the damn wheel also passing its traits on? It is.
You know what? There seems to be some weird correlation between like the in-game fucking roulette bullshit and the wheel bullshit, because they seem to be like in collaboration with the fucking yeah, see now I'm cussing again. Anybody that's offended, you can rightfully fuck off. But I'm teasing. Please don't. But
oh no, just go
yeah,
right ahead.
Like all,
fuck off. Send us an email. We'll respond.
Or not. But yeah, the wheel and like the in Twitch thing was all like in cahoots. It seemed like, along with like the trivia. It's like the same people kept winning. What was up with that?
Nah. So Dwayne Crispin, I'm not going to lie. My wife drives me batshit crazy, but after 30 years, I'm not a quitter. Oh, listen, my wife is the absolute best. My wife is amazing. She puts up with so much shit between me and my son. It's not even funny. So she's a saint. She's an angel. She's technically the reason why I'm able to help Mike. So, yeah, So I love my wife. My wife
And
is
she's
awesome.
been in the stream. My wife hasn't even been in the
Absolutely.
stream.
Yeah.
Cat was here last week.
She's been
Yeah,
here a couple times.
packing up the cats. I remember.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead. And I don't even know what we have to give away, to be honest.
We've got a couple of shitty horses, but we'll also give away some cards if we have to. I'll breed a horse. You know, I'm going to breed a nice horse. I don't breed many nice horses.
I
I'm
know.
gonna let you run the show. I'm gonna breed a nice horse over here, Frank. This is why you get to see the side of my face. You get to see. Sadly, people, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. It's like I'm not an attractive man to begin with, but my side profile is even worse because my teeth don't fit together well.
Just
I've got
blame,
I've got an underbite. So yeah, see,
blame the
it's all that
hollers.
stuff.
Blame the
So,
hollers.
yeah. It's all that inbreeding. It's that yeah, that'll fuck up your genetics real good. That'll fuck them real good.
Oh God, what was his name? Oh man, I can't fucking.
Billy Jack,
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Jim. Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton. Mm-hmm. Some cornbread.
I like some of your fresh fried
What
taters.
fucking? Oh, there it is. The taters, not cornbread. Taters. You got it. I can't fucking think what movie that was.
Taters.
There it is. So
Oh yeah. I'll say this. Back to the movies, and then I'm going to breed you guys a nice horse, and we can give it away. Dwight Yoakam in that movie, the best, most realistic asshole of any person I've ever seen in any movie ever. He's so good. If you've not seen Sling Blade, it's an uncomfortable movie.
great
But
movie.
Dwight
Sling
Yoakam
Blade.
in that movie is, and I love like assholes in movies. They make me laugh. He was such an asshole. I hated his character. I was like, he's just an unlikable guy. But Dwight Yoakam, if I hate you in a movie, that means you're doing your job well. Dwight Yoakam, most hated person in any movie I've ever seen. So kudos to you, Dwight Yoakam. Probably the best asshole performance I've ever seen in a movie. So I'm going to start breeding you guys a nice horse to give away.
Well, Sabbath, I was just trying to get your attention. He said, I don't know what is. He said, well, I don't know what is the most humiliating. Never winning on the wheel or Frank's always spelling my name Sabbath, Sabaath, or Swaboat, or something artistic. Yeah, no, I kind of spell names on purpose just to see if people are paying attention. Oh God.
Let me breed a nice horse for these people.
So we do have some horses. Hold on, let me see what I bred earlier.
Right. I'm going to say I'm breeding something nice. I'm going to breed something really nice to give away here. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to breed a really nice horse and a really mediocre horse. And I'll figure out, like, I'm going to, like, give them a question and, like, figure out which one they get. So maybe we'll put them against it. Here's what I'm going to do. We'll put them up against each other. We'll, like two people will win, and then I'll have a nice horse and an okay-ish horse. I'm not going to, like, fuck the person.
We'll make them rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, we'll duel. They'll duel for it.
There it is! Exclamation point! Dual! Exclamation point! Accept. That's the command.
I'm going to make them duel for the horse that they're choosing. So, but I'm going to breed two horses while you run the chat, Frank.
You leave me with so much responsibility. All right, so
You're so much smarter than me and more personable than me. People love you.
you're full of shit. You should see what they say about me in chat. No, I'm just kidding. So we got it's
I don't care. I like you.
Well, I definitely fucked this up because I put it's
who what?
oh I fucked this name up. It's supposed to be it's inconsequential. I put IITS inconsequential. All right.
IIT. No, this is a better name. I love this name. Let's go with this.
All right, we're gonna run with my misspell. If you get this horse, then guess what? You can change the name. But IITSN consequential is Warfront, Glen Eagles, and Trippy. And then we got Kizkat, Kizzkat, which is Kazuna, Kitten's Joy, and Sebring. And we got Mambo Down Under, who is Australia, Sunday Silence, and King Mambo. And then whatever Mike breeds. So
Breed two horses.
I'm going to spin the wheel. Beer Keg is already dueling Ivan. You can cancel it with cancel duel.
No, why poor Ivan? Well, Ivan's over here trying to be like a good citizen, and you're having a dueling.
They're all. Oh, so I fucked up. I'm sorry, guys. If you do duel, you have to type in the other person's name to duel them. You have to do @Bizalls, @Super Taffy, @Spin Round, @Lucky Rabbi. So yeah. Oh, there's my wife. I like him too. Very good. All right. So whether your name's on here or not, I don't care at this point. So I'm spinning the wheel. If you don't see your name on here, excuse me, sorry, burping. You can tell me you don't see your name on here, and eventually I'll get to adding you. But yeah, go from there. Oh, Beer Keg beat Lucky Rabbi in the duel, so there's that.
Oh my goodness. Oy
Next
vey.
bonus. Next bonus. All right, there we go. Good call. Next. Caught me before I spun the wheel. Oh, there's Squirrel. I missed Squirrel. See, guys, listen. I'm not good at this. Ivan, you don't see your name? Your name is right here, buddy. I got you highlighted. I know I typed you in because I always miss you. Oh, speaking of, Ivan, is everything good with you, man? I know you guys had... I saw your comment in Slack. I know you had there was an earthquake out by you.
Oh shit, really?
Oh, there's Mighty Forgo. Oh, he's giving the thumbs up. All right, well, there we
So
go.
you're not being held hostage. Just give him the thumbs up.
That's it. All we need is a sign. All right, spinning. I don't know what this is for. Mike's going to pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
It goes to Shag. So we got 1. So Shag gets Kizkat. Prizes.
I might even bring a third horse. I'm just like going off the rails here, man.
And I might give shares away. You never know.
What?
I'm like Oprah in this bitch. You get to tap it. You get to tap it. Since you taught me how to do it, Mike, I know exactly what to do now. So I can just give everybody
You
who
are the
attended a tap it.
man.
Here we go. Make sure you exclamation point tap it. You'll get to tap it in the next millennium.
Exclamation point, tap it.
Jono, I'm pretty sure you're here, Jono. I think I added you. Yeah, Jono, you're up here, buddy. I don't tag you as Vision. I tag you as Jono so that when I transfer you credits, I know where you are, or I know how to send you credits, because Vision FTW won't work.
Pardon me.
You still
Well, I
breathing?
belched into my hand. Yeah, I'm breathing, man. I am barely breathing.
Let's see Mike's breeding face. Hold on a second. There it is. Vinegar
My
strokes.
breathing face.
Got him.
Got him.
Oh God. Oh, let's see. No, I don't have the flying spur command yet. I got to work on it.
Oh, I got to put a flying spur up in this bitch, though.
Oh,
yeah, don't
there
I?
you go. Oh, and while Mike does that, I'll create a custom command called Flying Spur.
Please do. Yeah, I've been just buying all kinds of random shares. I don't even know what I'm breeding up in here, so we're about ready to find out.
All right,
Flying Spur on Day Name Sire, 112 points at the moment. What a steal. It really is.
100% major steal, and we're going to take it in the admin account. So, exclamation point Flying Spur, and you can figure out that's the new command. That breeding phase is OnlyFans friendly. Well, I guess Mike's got to start his own OnlyFans. Maybe we'll call it Goggins.
This is my Goggins face. Let's see. Apparently, I haven't, for some odd reason, I have a bunch of Uncle Mo Damn Sire shares up in this stable. I don't know why.
Uncle
That's
Mo's
what I
the
got.
man. So we got a breeding request: a Lawman, Flying Spur, Ferdinand. All pretty
Go ahead and
solid
breed it.
sires. Oh, you want me
You
to
know what?
breed it?
dude? No, I've got to buy them, but that's all right. As long as you don't mind me just looking here,
No,
I know that Lawman, Flying Spur, what?
Lawman, Flying Spur, and Ferdinand.
Okay, I'll do it. Let's do it, Lawman.
There you go. No, this isn't BK's. Oh, it's BK's first Nick. It's the first one I guess he ever bred.
All right, Lawman. I've got a Sire share, Flying Spur. Sadly, I have a Damn Shire share, but I'll buy it. Flying Spur.
So what we'll do here is I'm going to do a raffle, I think, and y'all are going to have to join this bitch, and whatever I end up giving away.
You don't have to join it, but I would advise it because you're getting away free
Yep.
shit. So.
Join it. Maybe we'll give something away. Maybe we won't. There it is. It's alive. Exclamation point join.
It's alive.
Exclamation point join. There you go. There we go. Getting them comments up. We got 35 folks in here, man. We're still holding strong, Mike. These people.
We are. You know what?
They're
We
not tired of
slowly
us
went
yet.
up. No, we went down a little bit for half a minute, but we're still
Still kicking.
Yeah, we're
Still
alive and kicking.
No prize
Is
if
that
PK wins.
is I think that's yeah. I need
Fucking
to add this.
Gurky won again.
Of course he did.
Jesus, Gurky.
Okay.
All right, Gurky, I'm going to let
Okay.
you comment in chat. If you don't comment in chat in the next 2 minutes, but
All
here's
right.
what I'm going to ask you is you can pick. You can have one of the horses we bred or a sire share. Tell me what you want in chat. Mind you, I'm picking the sire share. So just to be clear, but you pick.
He'll pick a nice one though. He's not gonna hang out to dry. I
No,
don't
no,
think
no.
he might.
He wants the
I mean,
sire
I
share.
can't speak on Frank's behalf, but he seems like a decent cat.
I'm a piece of shit. What are you talking about?
I'm a piece of shit.
Piece of shit. All right, I'll get you a sire share tomorrow, Gurky. For
I've
sure.
got like a whole bunch of sire shares here now that I got to breed. So I'm gonna let me see.
How about
I'll
this?
tell you what.
We'll do this. This is the random wild card. Mike's gonna breed a bunch of shit, and if you win the spin or the raffle, you get whatever Mike breeds.
Well, here's the first thing I'm going to breed. Okay, and I'm going to give
don't
this away
tell
with
them. Let
the
them-
question.
Let it be
No,
random.
I'm going to tell them what I'm going to breed because who was it? Lawman, Flying Spur, and I'm going to give away I'm giving away, and the name of the horse is going to be the BK Special. Or no, BK Have It Your Way. Let me
There
see.
you
I'm
go.
going to breed this.
I'll be right
As long
back
as it's
while
not
you do
been
that.
named, I'm going to let me see. So I've got to scratch breed this bitch.
I got-
BK
I gotta piss. I'll be right back.
Your way. Okay.
You're in charge,
Unfortunately- Okay, yes. BK Have It Your Way. This is going to be straight up a Lawman, Flying Spur, Ferdinand. It's been bred. Now, here's the trick. We earlier in the chat, within the last several minutes, we used the term alive and kicking. Which Scottish band in 1985 released the song Alive and Kicking? Pass, not pass. Simple Minds. There you go, Croft. He got it. Got him. That was quick. He didn't even have to look that up. That's why the way that that's the way trivia is supposed to work. No idea what super. I love you, Taffy, but she's just like, got nothing. Oh, I almost want to give you a prize just for admitting it. Just throw it up your hands. Throw your hands in the air, Taff. So, but yeah, let me give Croft this share, or let me. You know what? I'm going to pull a Franklin here, and I'm going to write this down so I can keep entertaining the masses here because I know you guys are loving this, right? Croft 68 gets the Lawman. Let me ask you this. Let's give away a well, shit. Come on, Frank. You got to spin the wheel. I can't spin the wheel. Let's see. Okay, la. We are not that old to know these. Amir, I am that old. I was born in 1971. I was here when this song came out. So yes, horse racing by and large. Look at Frank. Frank gives himself shit for being fat. He's looking all svelte over in there. But anyway,
What happened now?
horse. No, I said you were looking svelte. You came in the room, man. You look a little buff and stuff. But
Thanks, I appreciate that, but
But
I'm
yeah,
not.
Amir just said that he was giving me shit, or not shit, but he was just saying I asked him a trivia question from a 1985 song, and Amir's like, "We're not that old." I'm like, "Dude, horse racing people are old."
yeah,
So,
me,
so yeah,
Amir,
maybe
and Taffy
you're
are
just
not that
young.
old.
Amir's just young for this.
I think Amir is mine and Taffy's age.
Yeah, okay. So you guys are just young.
Yeah,
Um,
buff and
don't
stuff.
don't you forget about me? Yeah, same. Just keep it old. Run a timer. Okay, yeah. See, yeah. Even 1969. I feel the white hair grow. Look at this. Yeah, this is like. At least I got hair, man. I've got a lot of my buddies that are bald as fuck. I'm not tracking on you, Frank.
Oh, I thought that was directed at me. Listen, I
It was
started.
not.
I
It was
started
not a
losing-
straight up attack.
I started losing my hair when I was like 17. It was really starting to thin out then. But when
Was
I
it?
look back, oh yeah, when I look back at my grandmother has a picture of my dad in when he was his graduation picture when he was 17, 18, whatever, and he's got a full blown comb over, and I'm like, you
Actually,
That's what you get, motherfucker, for passing it on to me.
I actually feel pretty lucky because I have a little bit of brown hair left. I mean, I'm pretty gray. I'm not fucking with you. But like my dad was like completely gray in his like early 40s. I'm 52 now, so I've got a little bit. I got some brown left. I still got hair, so I'm feeling pretty lucky.
I can grow it out on the sides. Listen, I'll go full Hulk Hogan on you and get it down to here. Maybe a little.
Brother.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
little.
That's Randy Savage. Of course, Randy Savage always had that
Is there
little
much-
like light. Yeah.
Much of a difference?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a difference. I mean, Randy Savage was when he's like, oh, yeah.
Snap it to a
Like-
Slim Jim.
Yep. See, yeah. I would argue that Randy Savage like helped make Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Randy Savage definitely helped make Hulk Hogan.
Randy Savage is a lot cooler than Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Savage was the best.
Hulk Hogan's kind of a piece of shit, from what I understand.
Well, he lives down the street from me, so
Does he?
he lives in my area. Yeah. Well, not where I am, but he lives relatively close.
He's wrestling alligators in your backyard.
He might as well. Well, not these days. I don't think he's got a fucked up back, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm a huge.
He's hiring his fucking butler to wrestle alligators for him.
There you go. I'm a huge Ric Flair guy. Ric Flair was
Oh.
my boy. Old school NWA.
Oh, well, you know what? I got something else to show you in the room. Then give me like, you got to own it. You got to spin the wheel. I'm going to show him something else in the room.
Dude, you're crazy if you think Hulk Hogan. Well, Hulk Hogan. All right, so Hulk Hogan was big. I'm not gonna say he wasn't big. Yeah, 100%. Andre the Giant made Hulk Hogan. That's exactly where I was going with that. But Hulk Hogan's being sustained the way that he was in large part from Randy Savage. Who else? Who else did Hogan feud with? Paul Orndorff for a while in the late 80s. And then he went over to WCW in the 90s, and Ric Flair caught wind, and the NWO and that whole thing. And man, I can go back into wrestling lore years and years and years. But yeah, I didn't give shit away. By the way, we were talking about how we were talking about how Andre the Giant made Hulk Hogan.
No, not Andre the Giant, Ric Flair. Another fun, or unless
Andre
you
the
were.
Giant made Hulk Hogan, not Ric Flair. You're crazy.
No, that's bullshit. Anyway, look at this. Woo!
Oh my god, that's awesome! What is that?
The Ric Flair comic book. This came out within the last couple months.
I bought Ric Flair's socks. I got some. Yeah, I got one of these dreams. I'll bring them out. I can't get them right now.
I'm not sure I would admit that publicly.
Listen, I'm a big Ric Flair guy, man. I like Ric Flair.
I'm a Ric Flairsman.
Woo!
Woo!
Oh god, gotta love
Jet flying, wheeling dealing, son of a gun.
Sam's got that Bob Backlund rolling right now.
Oh, he's all running around in the singlet. Come on, Sam. Don't be Bob Backlund. You're not a Bob Backlund fan.
Taffy said
Nobody's a Bob Backlund. Now, I will say this. Bob Backlund, when he went like crazy there in the WWE, like there for like half a minute, he was kind
in
of
the
fun.
90s, in the mid 90s.
Yeah, he was a lot cooler when he was crazy than he was when he was like the howdy doody Bob
When he
Backlund.
was ripping Bret Hart's neck off. Let's see. We got to do it. We just got to do a wrestling stream. That's what we got to do.
Oh, fucking hell yeah, boys. Oh, yeah. If you guys haven't watched The Wrestlers on Netflix, it's really good. Al Snow runs, and you guys know I'm from Louisville. I'm a Louisville boy. He runs a small wrestling organization called OVW, which the original OVW sent like John Cena, Dave Batista, a lot of those guys to the WWE. As they went through there, now they're like having an unaffiliated small wrestling organization that Al Snow runs in Louisville. That's literally like 10 minutes away from my old house, in a place called the Danny Davis Arena, which is literally just like a strip mall. It's not even a strip mall. It's like behind a building in like a warehouse district. But they have wrestling matches there. It's crazy cool. It's a really good show. If you have Netflix, I recommend checking it out. They are on Triller on Fight TV. If you want to watch it. Actually, and this is not going to be a testament to the show, but like I think it just like helps put me to sleep, like old wrestling shit, because I like grew up with wrestling. I like turn it on to when I want to take a nap, because it's like it's really fun.
So let me just preface something, Dennis. I'm well aware of how long Hulk Hogan's been around. I'm just saying Andre the Giant made Hogan. Savage carried him through the 80s. That's just my personal opinion. So
You know what?
You don't have to agree with that, but
I don't agree with that. Hulk Hogan sucks, but
well, Mike's
you know
even
what?
worse than me.
I'm actually going to back this up. I'm going to back this statement up because
Sounds like we need a wrestling stream.
Andre the Giant did not make Hulk Hogan. You know who made Hulk Hogan? The Iron Sheik made Hulk Hogan because, and there's a
before my time.
on. You know what? No, I'm going to bring this fucking chat full circle. Look at this. Mike fucking bringing the fucking chat full circle. Tubi has a show called The Sheik, which is literally the Iron Sheik, like a history of the Iron Sheik. And they talk about the Sheik, who was hilarious on Twitter. May he rest in peace. The Iron Sheik passed away.
Cheeky baby.
But he had a Twitter account that was like loved by everyone.
Yeah, like Dick Buckus.
But the Iron Sheik was the guy that really brought Hogan into like the zeitgeist because the Iron Sheik, of course, it's with the whole war in Iran, with the hostages back in 79 and like 80, and people hated Iran. And then he was the guy to bring Bob Backlund back into the conversation. We're literally tying this all back together. He was the guy that beat Bob Backlund after Backlund had been champion for like 4 years or something. And then Hogan was the guy that beat the Iron Sheik because he's a real American. That is literally what brought wrestling into the mainstream. So it wasn't. I agree that Andre sold Hogan, but the Iron Sheik was the one that like made Hogan.
I don't disagree that Hogan put wrestling on the map.
Oh, he did. I hate Hogan. He put wrestling on the map.
But what I disagree with is the fact that he kept it mainstream as long as it was. I don't think that was his doing. I think he had a lot of help along the way. I think it was guys Savage who kept it. Guys like Savage, guys like Ric Flair, Roddy Piper.
Yeah, but that was all early on. It was a progression, but it was Hogan and the Iron Sheik and that kind of like rock and wrestling connection that really like sold wrestling in the early 80s. And that was before, that was before Hogan beat Andre the Giant.
So we got Super Taffy said, I thought mom's dad is what passes the bald trait. Well, if that's the case, it didn't work in my family because my mom's dad passed away with a full head of hair. Let's see. Ric Flair owned the South. Absolutely. Ric Flair was awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. Ric Flair owned like the entire, particularly Georgia, North Carolina, that Atlanta area. It was the old NWA area.
D-Money. So D-Money's or Dennis, I guess, runs a sports collectibles business, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, cool.
And he says he's got stuff signed by Flair. It's already sold. Dude, he's got his own damn energy drink now. So
does he?
Yeah, it's made out. I think it's like a mushroom base because he's on the Joe Rogan mushroom train.
Well, I'll say this. Apparently, from what I understand, a handful of things, and we've talked about Wade Boggs' ability to drink alcohol and Andre the Giant's, but apparently Ric Flair was able to just crush whatever the hell he wanted, women-wise, drug-wise, alcohol-wise. Ric Flair was the man.
You ever hear the story about how, and I'm sorry for the ladies in attendance, but have you ever heard the story about how he's got his junk is bent 90 degrees?
What?
Yeah, Tony Schiavone on one of the podcasts, one of the old school wrestling podcasts, talks about it. I don't know if it was a joke or if it was serious, but they talk about it like they give it a name and everything. So
there's apparently, there was apparently coming back from, I can't remember where they flew back from. It's not Japan, but they flew back from an overseas trip, and apparently there was a whole bunch of debauchery going on one of those old WCW planes.
No, it was a WWF plane, the Flight from Hell. I know exactly what you're
What's
talking about.
WWF? I thought it was WCW. No, I think you're right.
It
was because I had Scott Hall and shit. Yeah, you're right.
There's
an
entire Vice about it. If you ever watched Vice,
behind I've got that. I've seen the first 3 seasons or 2 seasons. I've not picked up the third one yet.
All right. So we're gonna spin the
Okay,
wheel.
yeah, we got to stop talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, apparently we want to talk about wrestling. That's what we want to talk about. That's our passion.
Mike and I are going to take this offline. But
Yeah.
we can talk about this for
We
years.
will definitely. We will. I'm gonna like breed these horses, and like we'll get some more. We'll give away some more shit here.
There we go. We're spinning. We're going to give away that Warfront right now, I think. This is what I'm spinning for. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? Sam. Sam wins the Warfront.
I won't cross a horse. Yeah, saying that. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I'm like getting behind now because I had to talk about shit. I had shit to say, Frank.
Did you? My bad.
No, yeah, you can tell I had shit to say. I'm like, I got wrestling to talk about and shit.
Yep, we've definitely changed. This stream has gone from a e-horse racing stream to a wrestling stream. So thanks y'all for joining. All right, so Sam wins the Warfront. Glen Eagles, very anticlimactic. Mike, did you ever breed anything?
I'm working on it right now. Let me make sure this isn't a cross. I don't think it's a bad cross.
We're gonna give sire shares away.
No, it's not a great cross.
If Spin, are you in the chat right now? Where's my good friend Spin? Taffy's like snore. Apparently I have to create a snore command. Did you guys see the 30 for 30 on Iron Sheik? No, I haven't seen it on Iron Sheik, Sam. I imagine I will watch it one of these days. Piper was the best talker in the game. Piper was awesome. He was a great worker too.
You know what? I love Roddy Piper. I would argue this. Ric Flair is the best talker in the game.
He's the best.
Roddy
heel.
Piper's like the best insulter in the game. But I tell you who gets very little love, and from the Memphis perspective, Jerry Lawler.
Lawler's good.
Lawler was an asshole, man. He's an asshole in real life, from what I understand. But all right, so I got a horse to give away.
All right, is it bred?
It is bred. Let me make sure that it's completely bred.
Do you want
to? It is. Let me.
Do you want to raffle or do you want to?
It's waiting to breed, but
see, guys, it's not just you. Even the developer of the game can't get the damn thing to breed fast. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's done by design. Let's see. You would love to see pictures I have. Dick the Brute. Oh, yeah. You probably should have started that differently.
Yeah. The Dick the Bruiser pictures? Is that the picture I want to see? I disagree.
Dick the Bruiser, my aunt, and a bunch of other wrestlers at my grandparents' house.
That sounds like a problem.
I gotta talk to D Money after the stream.
Oh yeah,
because he's got a lot of insight.
You know what? I actually, D Money, I have, and I had to find it. I have like a manila envelope, and we won't take this, but I have like the old, the Blonde Bombers and like Nick Goulas and like Jackie Fargo and like all kinds of weird fucking. I grew up like in Memphis wrestling hell back in like Louisville. Well, yeah, but everybody's like throwing fucking.
Though.
Huh?
Memphis was a hotbed though for a while.
Oh, Memphis was dope, man. I mean, I loved like regional wrestling. I still do. Regional wrestling is dope as fuck. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. We'll stop talking about wrestling, guys.
Yeah. Let's go back to the. Let me look at
boys.
The
Where's is Spin in here still? No Spin.
Let me look at my recent breedings. It's still waiting to breed. What the fuck is going on? Who wrote this fucking game?
That's a good question. It is a very good question. All right, there we go.
And breed another horse. Give away some shit away.
I'm gonna
give away some.
I'm gonna give it get away right now. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little buzzed. Well, a little bit. I'm beyond a little buzzed. Mike and I talked before this. We were like, yeah, we'll sip and we'll just hang out. 4 beers in, less than 2 hours, or 2 hours. So Spin, give me a sire. Whatever sire Spin selects is the sire I'm about to have you all.
I like this.
Raffle. Oh, there we go. Into mischief. So, Spin, next question. Because Spin comes in. She just went balls deep. Are we doing the raffle? Are we doing the raffle? Or are we doing the wheel? No problem, Spin. The wheel.
Spin the wheel. Is that what you said?
Spin the wheel. Here we go. Spinning the wheel for an into mischief share. I think that's what I said, right? Or that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Hey, set that up. Oh, next bonus, baby. There it is. Into Mischief. It's the next bonus. Not too shabby.
Recent breedings. Okay. God, it's still waiting to breed. What is going on here? I'm going to just keep breeding because I've got like 3 or 4 horses I'm trying to breed here anyway. So.
Hold on. Let me get out of admin. Maybe that's holding it up.
I shouldn't be holding it up. Yeah, I need to check into that. Why it's taking so long. So
yeah, I'll kick out. Let me just kick
that's
out.
That's a me thing, guys. I'm going to admit, as a developer, like the original developer of the game. Now we got 2 developers. But
all right. So listen, next. Until we get Mike's first bred horse, next you pick the next sire share. So post it in the chat, and we're gonna spin for whoever it is next. Now you know how we feel when we're like waiting for 2 hours for a breeding.
It's never 2 hours. If it's 2 hours, you need to call a doctor.
Waiting on next bonus. Post the sire in the chat, and we're gonna spin for that one next. And whoever gets it gets it.
Make sure this one might be a little too inbred. Let me check. No, that's not too bad. All right, let me see.
Dwayne says, Mike, it's been slow lately getting your breeding. Well,
Mike's slow.
Mike's getting older, so
I am, man.
It takes him longer to breed. Let him, give him a few minutes to, catch his breath. Is it the prep for the midnight? There we go. See the stars. We're giving to see the stars away. Here we go. We're spinning.
Oh shit,
Mike,
what are you running over here? You're giving away all the good shit.
Oh yeah, I told you I'm Oprah. So next, are we doing it on the spin wheel or are we doing it on the raffle?
We're doing it on the back patio. We're doing it in the yard. We're doing it everywhere the hell we want to do, man, because that's free love, baby.
So BK says, is Mike going to get himself a surfer dude? If he keeps pressing the breed button, he will.
I might get the surfer dude. I hope I get the granny. I prefer the guinea pig, but we're going to see what happens.
All right, guys, we're doing a raffle. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to type in exclamation
point. I'm going to breed a real shit horse, too.
And give it just breed a real shit one and give it to BK just because. Exclamation point S raffle. What you're going to do is when you see the raffle open, you're going to type in exclamation point join, and you'll be eligible for the raffle. So here we go and go. Oh my God, you guys are quick. Mighty
quick on the draw. I thought I'd be dead. He pointed a gun to my head, and this is what he said.
We got.
I'm Mike D, and I get respect. Your cash and your jewelry is what I expect. MCA was with it, and he's my ace. I grabbed the piano player, and I punched him in the face.
We got 15 seconds left, and I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat has already joined. Beastie Boys.
That's exactly right. Not Cheech and Chong.
Are you
Strong as an ox, fresh out of the blocks. The crowd's so live, they're coming in flocks.
V-Man 72 wins the Seed the Stars.
Oh, nice. V-Man.
I see you, by the way,
V-Man Seaman.
I see you on the, what do you call it? The Wikipedia, or the Wikipedigree. I see your entries.
Nice, I love it.
I see them. So
right. I don't even remember buying the share, but we're gonna breed this horse. Okay,
I'm just gonna keep letting you breed them all out, so that way, and I'll just keep giving.
Yeah, I'm gonna give away at least 4 or 5 horses. I think I'm giving one away, or Croft's got one coming to him.
You have to duel. You're gonna pick 2 people. We're gonna spin the wheel twice.
Oh, we're definitely gonna make somebody duel for one of these. Let me breed this last horse.
All right. So while you do that, V-Man, give me a sire that we're gonna give away. And also tell me, are we doing it on the wheel or are we doing it on the raffle? So give me a sire that you want to give, a sire that you want to, that you want us to give away, and we'll spin the wheel or the raffle.
I'm actually marginally concerned because it is taking extra long to breed tonight. So
I think it might be an indexing thing.
Maybe. So I'm going to check something out. So yeah, I might have to push a little bit here. I'm gonna let you keep running the show, Frank.
All right, we'll keep running the show. We'll just keep giving shit away to keep folks around.
Yeah, I'm fine. You know what? As long as people are happy.
Exceed and excel.
At the end of the day, our job, Frank, is to keep people enjoying the game. If they're enjoying the game and they're enjoying what we're doing, then we're doing the right thing. we're not
Indeed.
giving away the bank. We're giving away a handful of things, and
Oh,
people are having a good
As,
time.
as
I'm good
long,
for it.
I don't give a shit one way or the other. It's not.
I don't give a shit.
As long as everybody's having fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah, if people are not having fun, then let us know.
Indeed, there's we have a suggestion box. It's called the trash. So no, I'm just kidding. But no, if you have a problem, definitely hit us up. Squirrel says she's got one stuck in queue for 9 minutes now. Never mind, it just arrived. See that? We were listening. Mike's over there pressing buttons and doing things.
I am really trying over here. I know
V-Man,
it sounds crazy.
Did you ever tell me what we were doing this on, V-Man? Are we doing the raffle or are we doing the spin wheel? I feel like I'm auctioning horses right now. I will enjoy it much more if I win anything. Spin the wheel. Here we go. All right, we're spinning the wheel. This is
Spin the
for
wheel.
Exceed and Excel. Very good
Make
sire in the game.
Deal.
Ooh, oh my God. Rancho cleans up in these too. You know that? FL Rancho, congratulations.
He has been doing well.
She.
She?
Right?
Okay, I take that wrong.
Right.
You know what?
Oh, I just spun the wheel prematurely. Sorry, guys. I apologize.
Give him something. Give him something.
All right, we'll give you something. You are going. Oh, it's Rancho again.
All right. Well,
Oh, it's Rancho again.
doesn't seem fair.
All right, Rancho. I'm going to randomly pick a sire. I don't know who it's going to be, but you're going to get a random sire. Equals Rancho.
Forget this last horse. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this easy.
Rabbi, see the proof the wheel is fixed. Yeah, I hook up my Florida people. That's what I do. Let's see. How you doing over there, Mike?
I'm trying to get this one last horse, but apparently I didn't have enough shares to make it, so I'm going to have to buy another share.
You know what we should do one night, and I don't know if anybody plays games, like games, but on Steam.
Is this not a games game? What are you talking about?
This is a game that nobody just saw me quote, air quote, game. No, it's a game, but I meant like there's a game out there.
On me?
I'm working with you. What do you mean, or for you at this point? But there's a game called Among Us, and it's like a whodunit type of game, but it's all real time. So folks walk around and like you have to basically kill the other players without them actually knowing, and then like people discover the bodies, and then they call a meeting. And everybody talks about who they saw around what and where, and they try and figure out who the killer is. It's a fun game. If anybody's ever seen it, we could do like a party game night once, and maybe we'll stream it and have a good old time with it. If anybody's interested. The game's owners don't have enough shares. Doesn't that tell you something? Listen, premature spins. Poor at cat. Yep. Listen, premature spins, but 20 minutes and I'm good to go again. Just spin it one more time. Lucky Rabbi says, is the game... I don't know what that means. Is the game Joust on here? I don't know. I don't think so.
Let me see. Let me look at the recent breedings. Oh, yes. Everything got added except this last breeding, which is fine. So we're going to give away some breedings now.
Oh, before we do that, Rancho, just ping me on Slack and remind me that I owe you a sire.
I owe Croft I'll do that in a minute. All right, so let's see.
Oh, Joust was an arcade game? Really? It sounds familiar.
Yeah, Joust was an arcade game.
It sounds familiar. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, I'll tell you a game that was on the Commodore 64 that nobody cares about was a game called Bounces that I loved, which is like, yeah, just check it out. It's almost like Joust and Jai-Li, or like it's a whole mood.
Jai-Li. I got a beer I got to send your way, Mike. It's called Jai-Li.
Yeah, I've had that before.
From Tampa Bay Brewing Company?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Or no, I'm sorry, from Cigar City, not Tampa Bay Brewing Company.
Yeah, actually, I've had like Cigar City has like a good brown ale too, I think.
Yeah, Spanish something or other, I think.
Yeah, so I've and I was when I went to Universal Studios, God, it's been 12, 14 years ago. I went to like those beer festivals, like kind of like all you could drink shit, and I drank a whole bunch of fucking Florida beers.
Gotcha.
Pretty good. Okay, so let me look at these stallions here, and I'm going to give away some good ones here. Yeah, there's some actually really good ones. If you guys hung around this late, I think you're going to be happy. The last horse I gave away, you're probably not going to be happy about because he's going to suck
How
because it took me
many?
forever.
How many do we have?
I gave away. I owe the Lawman horse, but I have. Let me check it out. I have 3 horses to give away.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make them better as we go along to keep interest here. Okay. So let me see.
So all right.
Okay.
So we have three. We have 3 horses to give away. Well, Mike
Yes.
has 3 horses to give away. I think I still have one more to give away.
All right. I'll give away 2. Then you give away 1.
Okay.
Do you still have the wheel? Is everybody on the wheel?
Everybody that I know of is on the wheel. No
We'll
one's
do
told
the
me they
wheel.
haven't.
Now, this is not a bad horse. This was the last of the horses that was bred in the last round.
Wait, are
Slow
you
breed-
dueling? Do you want anybody
Huh?
to? So are we going to spin the wheel twice and let them duel?
Oh, you know what? Let's let for the next 2 horses, whoever wins on the wheel is going to have to duel, and then they can pick which one they want. Okay. So
Okay.
go ahead and spin the wheel twice.
All right. So this is how
And
we're
I'll-
going to do it, ladies. We're setting up a fight. So first one who's going to enter the duel. Let's see what we got here. We got FL Rancho. Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
If
That's,
FL Rancho wins the second spin, you
Hold
have
on.
to spin again.
yeah.
until
Hold
we
on.
get-
Let me. Hold on, FL Rancho. Let me just
Refresh the wheel. Make sure that it
All right,
works.
we're good. Well, Ed is the second one. Is Pascal around?
Huh?
We need FL Rancho and Pascal to basically duel, right? That's how we're gonna do this.
Yeah, as long as they're still around.
Are they
Still
both
around?
here? I know Rancho is, but is Pascal still here? Going once, going twice, going once, going twice. Bueller. I think we're past the bedtime. The duel might have to wait. I think we'll have to wait. Here's what we'll do. We'll just do the spin.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna still duel. We've got one. You know, Evo Ranchos is gonna get a horse, and whoever wins this next spin gets a horse, or and then they're gonna duel to see who wins it. How's that?
Well, we can't get them to duel. We need them both in chat.
I know. I mean, like, so
Or you want
So
me to just
we'll
spin
add-
again and try and get somebody?
yeah.
Okay.
We'll give away a horse too. Just not.
Oh, he's not around right now. Let's see. We
No,
got
we'll give him a different horse.
Padre Bry is here. Padre, are you around? Padre.
Padre.
We're working. We're trying to work this duel. I don't think we have Padre. Oh, there we go, Padre. All right. So here's what we're
All
gonna
right,
do.
so here's the 2 horses I'm going to try to give away. One of them is called Slow Breeding Mike. It's a Lope de Vega, broad brush, flying spur.
Okay.
Not bad. The other horse, is called Jet Flying.
Why don't we do
Frankel,
Oh.
Deep Impact, Smart Strike.
Ooh, very nice.
So, whoever wins this duel gets to pick between Slow Breeding Mike or Jet Flying.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask Padre. Padre, send the duel to FL Rancho. FL Rancho, after Padre sends you the duel, all you have to do is type in ! accept. So Padre, you send the duel, and Rancho, you send the accept. So Padre, it's going to be ! duel FL Rancho. There you go. You got it. Let's go. There we go. We got a fight now. All right. So whoever wins this, whenever Stream Elements tells us whoever wins it, we got to try and make this more interactive. Kick his ass! Y'all ever see that meme of the guy who's like at the MMA fight and he's like grab his dick and twist it?
Yeah.
That's it right here. Padre won.
All right.
He
The
wants.
Padre is going.
he wants
I'm
the-
assuming
He wants the
he's
Frankel.
going. Yeah, I figured it. I figured as much.
So-
But I'm going to go ahead and take over for a second. I'm going to transfer these horses, and then we're going to give this last one away.
So consolation goes to.
FL Rancho.
All right. So FL Rancho gets the flying spur. All right, FL Rancho. What, what was
It's
the name of that one?
technically, it wasn't.
Well, it wasn't Flying
I'm
Spur, but I'm
Yeah, it was.
Mike's Slow
It
Breeding,
was
right?
called Slow Breeding Mike.
All
And let
right.
me
And what was
have
the other one?
which jet flying or yeah, jet flying,
Jet Fly, and that's
jet
Padre.
flying.
Oh, Flying,
Yeah.
sorry. And that's
Slow
Padre
Breeding
Bry.
Mike. Those two. Yeah, and for the record, Slow Breeding Mike, not a terrible breeding. Lope de Vega, broad brush flying spur. It's not like you got a bum.
Wait, who's getting that one?
FL Rancho gets that
Okay.
as the backup.
Perfect. All right, just making sure.
So yeah, that's not a bad, if for a consolation prize, not bad.
No, that's pretty damn good considering you came in second.
Yeah, I mean that. I wanted to make it fun. I didn't want to like the second place person to feel like they were getting shafted.
No, that was very generous of you. So I have Mambo Down Under, who I'm going to get rid of, and I'm just going to go ahead and spin the wheel.
Yeah,
If
why
I can
not?
find it. Here we go. This is going to be a wheel spin for Mambo Down Under. Rancho took home a lot of prizes today, and
Yeah.
now
I think I've got.
Padre Bry just won again.
Are you shitting me?
Hold on. Let me just do one thing real quick.
Jesus, we're gonna have to limit people's prize intake in this shit. You're gonna give away something else?
No, I'm checking something.
I'm
on the
giving away
shuffle.
something here. We can't have somebody spin and not.
Hold
We'll give
on.
V-Man. I'll give him three Bs.
All right,
How's
so
that?
I'm going to take the spin off this second. Hold on a second. All right.
I'm going to give him 3 Bs because I can't have somebody. You can't spin the wheel and not give somebody something.
I know. I meant to pull it off the screen and I didn't, so that's on
That's
me.
all right. So V-Man, you get 3 Bs.
So Padre Bry gets. What did Padre Bry get? I forget. Oh, he got my
He
horse.
got whatever horse you had. I don't know what the fuck you were doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either. So Padre Bry got Mambo Down Under. All right, so Padre Bry and FL Rancho and V-Man are
V-Man
kicking it.
gets 3 Bs, and I have one more, maybe 2 more horses to give away. Let's see if this other horse actually bred.
So just so everybody's aware, what we've given away tonight is we have 3 D cards to Amir. Shag won a horse. Sam won a horse. Next bonus won an Into Mischief share. V-Man won an a See the Stars share. FL Rancho won an Exceed and Excel share. Was it a share? Yeah, it was a share. FL Rancho won Slow Breeding Mike. Padre Bry won both Mambo Down Under and Jet Flying. And then FL Rancho also won a Random Sire.
All right. We have 2 more horses to give away. We can call it a night.
2 more horses?
Yeah, unless you got something else.
I don't think I have shit. What do you want to do? You want to do a raffle? You want to do
Well, this one I think we're gonna do a raffle next time, but this one has to be a wheel spin.
All right, so here's what we're going to do on the wheel spin. So everybody can see this. I'm going to press the shuffle button 2, 3, 4 times. I press the shuffle button. All right, so we're going to spin this now. And this is for what, Mike?
The name of the horse. This is a Kodiak by Mizwaki by Dynaformer. Probably a long runner, I'm going to guess, or at least at least a 10 furlong plus runner, I'm guessing. Spin the Wheel Frank is the name of the horse.
Oh, I thought that you would give me instructions.
Spin the Wheel Frank that's why this horse has to be a wheel spin.
Here it is.
All
This
right.
is going to L. Bailey.
L. Bailey. All right. We got a new winner tonight. So
All right.
no offense to anybody else because I love all you guys, but it was nice to get somebody else that hasn't won 17 times tonight. All right. L. Bailey wins.
We may have to revisit the wheel spinner.
You know what? I think maybe if you shuffle it each time, shuffle it like a handful of times, maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's the trick.
I just
You
did
know
it
what,
10
maybe-
times, so
Well, and not only that, it's sometimes it's Padre won an in-game and a wheel spin. Those are totally unrelated.
that's true
So
too.
I mean, it's at the same time, it's those aren't talking to one another. It's just
Luck of the draw.
Yes, luck of the draw.
Padres night. I do have a couple of. I have a couple of trivia questions. We'll give away a couple more random sires after we do this last one. Are we doing a spin?
All right.
or are we
let
doing?
Me see. Now, I'm going to give, because this is not the best bred horse. This is going to be a shit horse probably, but I will give you as well as said shit horse, because I'm trying to burn some of my sire shares in this stable. I'm going to give you 3 C cards. How's that?
So you're gonna give.
I'm going to give 3 B cards.
Okay.
Let's have some fun.
So, shitty bred horse plus 3 Bs.
Yeah, probably a shitty bred horse. Goldschlager, Outerflug, and Demons Be Gone.
Man, I drank.
Outerflug's decent. The other 2.
I drank an entire bottle of Goldschlager once.
That's not smart.
Oh no, I threw it all up. It was disastrous.
I'm not sure how you're still alive. So,
Irish
cards late to the game is the name of the horse. So we're gonna give this away.
All right, and we're spinning.
Yeah, you flick the wheel or flick the shuffle a couple more times just for the shit of it.
I did it 10 times before we.
All right, that's fine. Okay, we'll see.
Hey, Jono.
All right, there we go.
Jono gets the shitty bred horse plus the 3 Bs.
Yeah, well, let's do it. Late to the game, Jono. So,
okay,
Jono.
I think
now coming to the stage, the lovely Jono.
Oh God. Okay, well that's
it's that kind of party, man.
That's
you don't want to know what I'm going to do those mashed potatoes tonight. Let's see. All right, so Jono, you get 3 Bs, and they're looking good.
Okay, so what we'll do then is this will be.
Nobody got that reference. I'm kind of disappointed. I might have to give him something.
All right, so I have 2 questions, and they're music questions. One of them is very easy. One of them I think might be a little bit more difficult.
All right.
Mike, you probably know this pretty easy.
Okay.
Who was the drummer for Nirvana?
Come on, man.
Hold on. I know you know that, but the follow-up question is going to be...
There you go, Gerke. It's been a minute since he hadn't won tonight. He had to win. He always wins.
No, he won a sire share earlier.
Oh, of course he did.
So he's getting a random sire share again. All right, now, and not that I think that I'm clever or anything like that, but there is a band. It was probably all right. So this is their biggest hit, and that same drummer played the drum track on that biggest hit. Tell me the name of the band. You know it.
I know exactly who it is.
I'm not trying to be clever with this. I had a couple questions.
You know what? Lucky Rabbi may not be wrong with that, but I'll give Lucky Rabbi something. I don't think that's the band you're looking for, but they definitely plays drums for that, and they don't.
No, Taylor Hawkins played drums for the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, but I'm going to give Lucky Rabbi something because he's not wrong with that.
It's not the Foo Fighters.
No, it's not. He didn't say Foo Fighters. Somebody said Foo Fighters.
No, so what's his name? Gerke gave the name of the drummer.
Right.
He played on this band's biggest hit.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna. If you would argue,
there it is. D Money Schaefer got it.
Yeah, but you know what? Technically, I mean, your question was a little bit open ended because them crooked vultures.
Where's them crooked vultures? I didn't even see that.
Well, Lucky Rabbi said crooked vultures. I know he meant them crooked vultures. That's John Paul Jones and
you're right.
Josh Homme.
Right.
I'm gonna give Lucky Rabbi a little love there.
I forgot about them crooked vultures. That's on me.
I'm gonna give him 3 C shares. How's that?
All right, so Lucky Rabbi gets the 3 C shares. D Money Schaefer, you get the random sire share from me.
Yeah. So.
All right, so here's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. We have Dennis Schaefer gets a sire share. Gerke won 2 sire shares. Amir gets 3 D cards. Shaq gets the Kiss Cat horse. SJ Mila gets it's inconsequential, which I spelled horribly wrong. Next bonus gets Into Mischief. V-Man gets See the Stars. FL Rancho gets Exceed and Excel. FL Rancho gets Slow Breeding Mike. Padre Bry gets Jet Flying. Padre Bry gets Mambo Down Under. L. Bailey gets Spin the Wheel Frank. And FL Rancho gets Random Sire. And then Jono gets Shitty Bread Horse plus 3 Bs. Those are my actual notes.
Yeah. And whoever won shit, if Frank missed something, and I think he got them all, but if he happened to miss something that like I gave away, I think I gave him away in real time for the most part.
Yeah, no, Mike's probably given away a bunch of these already, so
Yeah.
I usually
Crawl
do it all the
68
following
was the
day.
only one that I was like taking I owe at something, even because they weren't here. So I'll make sure that they get something.
Yeah, I usually do it all the following day. So everybody
Yeah,
who joined,
I got to take care of all my shit now. 'Cause if I don't, I'll forget. So yeah,
that's why I write it down.
No, I just fucking get it done. I get her done, baby. I'm Tom the Tool Man.
You mean Tim?
Him too. I'm Thomas the Tank Engine Tool Man, bitch.
BK gets a GGGA. Yep, as soon as he breeds it. All right, so
I'm actually tempted to give somebody a special prize if they beat it GGGA.
I've given one away.
A GGGA? Really? That's hilarious.
I missed one award. Sabbath got humiliated again. Indeed, Sabbath.
He never gets humiliated. Sabbath.
You can't
Damn it, I
humiliate
love you,
Sabbath.
man. He's Sabbath is like one of my best he's like probably my original like music buddy in the fucking game. In the chat room. So yeah.
Oh man! All right,
Love me some
guys.
Sabbath. I'll tell you what, Sabbath. Check out if you haven't. And I think I talked about this last stream. Check out because you know we love the old Sabbath shit. But go check out Stone Jesus. Pretty good. Pretty good. They have a lot of older like kind of like plowing stuff, but they've also got some upbeat stuff. Yeah, check them out.
All right, I think we're
Check
done.
out Here Come the Robots. It's so good. It's not like a straight up Sabbath like song, but they've also got like a bunch of other Sabbath like songs that are really like plotters.
All right, anything else you want to close with tonight?
No, I had to give some love to my man Sabbath. He's been around forever. So
Oh, sorry. Padre Bright asked us best spot online for Python tutorials, trying to help you all out, and I need basic shit to start.
I don't
I'll
really
get-
know, man.
I got some stuff, Padre. I'll get back to you on it. Tonight is definitely not the night that you want me sending you anything.
what a night.
But yeah, no, I'll shoot you some stuff tomorrow. There's a couple of different tutorials. I usually go through. I'll just shoot it to you in a PM tomorrow. So, all right. Final words.
Now, always, my final words, as always, I am just pleased as punch that you guys are here all the time. I mean, like, I'm really surprised you guys are here again. We love to have you here. It does make, I'll say this is like coding is not the funnest task. I code for a living. I've been working on the game 25 years. Frank's been working on it almost a year now. Coding is not the easiest task. It's exhausting. It's hard. But to have you guys here, like showing up, having fun with us, it makes it worth it all. I mean, like, the time I spend here to me is like, it's much more valuable than the time that I spend coding because it gets me motivated to code. It's hard, man. You code long enough, it's like a job, but you guys give me that inspiration. That's all I want to say. Just love you guys.
I just did a random raffle spin. You just won a Sire share. I'll shoot you a Sire. A random Sire share as well.
Did you do it on the stream while I was talking?
I did while you were talking. I
Nice.
did a raffle.
Yeah, nobody was listening to me. They're like, yes, yes, yes. What's Mike saying? Fuck that guy.
Yep.
I was just giving you guys love.
Oh, all right. So there we
I was in
go.
here trying to stroke my players, man, and you're over here fucking running side shit. God, Bless America, Frank.
Listen, you're stroking them. I'm, hugging them
Stroking.
and giving them telling them it's going to be safe at night and handing over shares at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
but now legit is like just to like re-say it. You know what? These streams mean a whole lot to me. I haven't done this in the 25 years. I was fortunate enough to have Frank drag me into the shit, kicking and screaming, and I love every one of these. So thank you guys.
yeah, we have a blast. For those of you who don't realize it, it does wonders for our psyche, especially when we're
It really does.
coding and like hearing back from the hearing feedback directly from the community. So we have a blast with this stuff. Any feedback is welcome. Good, bad, ugly, whatever you want to drop in the chat. But overall, we kind of we do these because it not only does it help us kind of reset, but it motivates us.
Yeah, motivation's the biggest thing. Again, just for me, just like it's hard, man. I mean, like it's just doing this for as long as we've done it. Coding, not always fun.
No.
But yeah, I mean, like getting you guys showing up, having fun. I mean, like it just makes me feel like I'm doing this not just for like players, but for people. I mean, it's like people that are here that it's really humbling. And so thank you guys. It really is great.
Absolutely. And thank you to everybody who showed up and, participated in the stream tonight. Again, we'll get the rest of the gifts out. Whatever Mike didn't award you based on his own gifts, they were probably, if Mike didn't give them to you already, they're probably my gifts, which means I'll give them to you tomorrow. Sorry, guys. There's a
and
delay.
If I missed, I apologize. But yeah, I think I got them.
So BK wants to end with "You guys suck." Indeed, we do. We will. We'll talk to you later, guys. And as always, hit us up on Slack, forum, email. We'll be around. So take care.
Yes,
and we'll see you.
sir.